I'm dying.
Yeah, you come in here because you
Anna's like,
jogged.
Can we turn it up? I'm cold.
You come in here because you come in here because the equivalent of one of my strides is 5 of yours, and you come in here all hot and heavy, and then you turn down the thermostat, even though you didn't even take a break to just chill off a little bit.
To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen Carson without shorts.
Without shorts?
Oh no, like with shorts. Like I've only seen you in shorts. I've never seen you like wear pants.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not true.
Oh no, that's true. I only seen wear jeans like on occasional blue moon.
Really?
No, I wear jeans.
No, and then every time he wears jeans, I'm like, oh, you dressed up. Look at you. Oh my gosh! And then he and then he has this one jean jacket that he wears. That's his nice jacket.
I like the jean jacket.
And I know he's going out when he has that jacket on.
I fall into a rhythm of like just wearing joggers and a hoodie, like because every time I go to esports, like that's what everyone wears. Like that is the uniform for esports. Is like
it's a jean jacket.
the the joggers and the esports hoodie. Like that's the so like I always just got used to wearing that stuff.
You know, I
but
kind
every
of
once
the
in a
Captain
while,
America T-shirt. Where did that go? Freshman year Carson fit. The Captain America T-shirt.
Yeah, the fucking T-shirt.
Do you still have it?
It's at my mom's house. I sent it
Wow.
away. I got rid of it. I was like, I can't. No. Listen, here's. But
That's Carson staple.
Give me a second. I don't think I've told this story on the show before.
Okay.
Gavin, have I told the missed connection story?
Wait, is it rolling right now?
Yeah, no.
Oh, hey! Nah, just playing.
We've been rolling.
Oh.
Are you playing? Because you just did it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so I have told this story once before, but I'm gonna tell it again because to us, it's just so like to me, it's just, it's so, like
Iconic?
it's so like yeah, it's so, like it is. It's like an iconic story.
It
It's like
was a sign from
it's
the universe.
legendary. Like it's
Legendary?
a legendary story.
Okay.
It was a sign from the universe, so you might want to retire the shirt.
It was. Listen.
Seen that shirt too many times.
Listen. For those who don't know, there's an account called Point Park Missed Connections, and it's supposed to be. You've seen this though, right?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be for students. Like, oh, I ran into this girl in the hall, and she was really pretty, and I didn't get a chance to say hi. Like, here I am. Like, meet me for coffee or whatever. Like, and it's usually pretty wholesome, to be honest.
Right.
It's kind of cringy, but like. There's nothing bad about it. It's just kind of funny. Like, it gives you funny stories. Because one morning, Gavin, I woke up to a message from Gavin that had a post from Missed Connections, and I gotta grab it. I gotta pull it up. And honestly, dude, if he wouldn't have sent it to me, I never would have seen it because I don't look at that page ever. Like, I genuinely just don't keep up with it. But hold on, I'm sorry. I should have done this earlier, but like, it's so good. I gotta find which one it's in. Is it this one?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I follow that page.
No.
I don't think I follow.
Oh, come on.
I don't follow a whole lot of school pages.
You should.
I don't know if I follow Copa page. I might have at one point because they were sharing.
It was like one of the first posts that they made. I think whenever they. Oh, this is too many posts on this.
There goes Carson walking with his Captain America shirt.
This is it. I found it.
You found it?
This is. I swear to God, this is real.
Okay, go for it.
This is the misconnection Gavin sent me. To that bearded boy who does that political podcast and always wears that Captain America shirt, : you're so cute with 3 of the heart emojis. Oh my God. And so after that day, it was like, I gotta retire the Captain America t-shirt. I had to retire it. That was like that day. And listen. I swear. I don't know who did it, but it had to have been one of my friends. And I've approached both of them. And they have denied it. Oh, sorry.
I was like, they're not going to hear you. And I
Sorry,
I thought for a
Gavin,
second,
sorry.
Gavin was like,
I
he was eating. And I was like,
Okay, sorry. No, but I was like, there are 2 people that we think did it.
okay.
And these guys have both gone to the grave denying it was them.
Okay.
And I don't know who posted this thing, but it was so funny. it was the goofiest. But yeah, that's why you don't see the Captain America T-shirt anymore.
So serious.
That's
so
why you
funny.
can't. That's why you don't see it anymore.
It was.
I had to
Yeah,
retire
that's
it.
why.
You retired it.
I had to
Do you have like
retire
a
it.
separate closet for it, like a superhero costume type closet?
If you do, that's.
No, that's
Like you know the
crazy.
dramatic shots where they have
No.
like the special closet for their costume.
To be honest, there were I didn't have many superhero T-shirts. Like I think I only had like 2 or 3.
Listen, Carson, I think I had one. I
but
think I had the Superman
but
shirt in
I
like 6th
never-
grade.
The Captain America was the only one that I ever wore consistently because it was just a really comfy T-shirt. Like, okay, take off the Captain America logo from it, and that's like the comfiest T-shirt I've ever possessed.
Okay, it's one thing. I get it, but it's like when that's like your staple. Like when
It wasn't a staple. It was just like it was just it was a
but
thing.
people clearly recognize you as the person, the bearded guy who wears the Captain America shirt.
You know, it might be a staple.
Yeah,
It
it's
might
a
have been.
staple now.
You never know.
That should be what this
hasn't been.
podcast is called.
Hasn't been.
Captain America shirt.
This is why we don't let you name podcasts.
Bearded man.
Bearded.
Yeah, no.
Midnight
No, but
at
listen,
the
listen,
apartment.
Listen, if the person that put that in there is listening to this, I just want to know who it is. Like I just need
Carson
to
Reveal
know.
does
yourself.
all that a year later. So
It's just funny. It just makes me giggle every time I think of it.
If you reveal,
Because I know that it was one of my friends.
if you,
He's
if
doing a really good
whoever
job.
did it, I will pay you $1 plus 2 cents to reveal who did it.
What,
what's the
$1, 2
for?
cents?
Is that the tax?
Yes,
Yeah.
Tax. Okay, tax purposes.
because that's all I have.
How many I'm sorry, not Spider-Man. How many superhero shirts did you have?
That I have?
Yeah. If you were to really think about it.
I had a Deadpool shirt. I had a
I had one of
Spider-Man
those.
shirt.
Didn't have Spider-Man.
I had a Black Panther shirt
Mm-hmm. I had
at
one.
one point, but I never really wore it out.
Neither did I.
I had a Power Ranger shirt.
Oh
That's
no.
the sickest one. Let's fucking
What
go.
color? Which?
Let's fucking
which
go.
What do you
color?
think,
We
Anna?
fucked that up.
What do
The
you
red one?
think? Yes. Yes.
But to be completely
Like a
honest,
Jolly Rancher.
to be completely honest, I had some that I legitimately never wore outside of my house.
I get that. Some are just great for like sleeping.
Okay, you were. I want to hear all of them. I want to hear the whole list because it sounds like there's more.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
I had an Ant-Man, a Deadpool, a Black Panther, and the
Mm.
Captain America one. And I never wore the Ant-Man one, or the Deadpool one, or the Ant-Man one.
No, I don't blame you for that.
I genuinely never wore those. I wore the Captain America one just so it was a comfy T-shirt.
You guys are such nerds.
You brought this up.
I'm about to
No,
say.
I'm just fascinated.
Weren't you the
by
one
how
who was
nerdy
like,
you guys
yeah,
are.
I have a Superman shirt?
No, I
She
was
the
like,
one that said, no, I want to know exactly the number.
Right, like you clearly
Carson,
wanted to know.
it's called the flow of conversation. That's what it's called.
Just drink your water.
I am drinking my
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And I know you're parched.
little ASMR
Anyway, no,
moment.
so I something I never wore. Do you think though, honestly,
I had
this
a
is a
follow-up
genuine
question
question.
too.
Okay, go with that first.
You want me to go first because it's more of like a longer question. How about you?
Oh,
go
this
first?
is a short one, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's relatively short.
Okay.
Has like being a Marvel fan gotten less nerdy over the last 6-7 years?
I think it still, like, it's like half and half. I think it could
Mhm.
still be kind of nerdy per se,
Mhm.
just because like there's people who they watch the movies, right, like occasionally, or like they'll keep up, but then there's the people who like know every character and read the comics and like,
Oh yeah, the comics is another level.
Right.
I haven't read any comics.
or like know what the movie's gonna be about because they know the comics before like it even comes out.
Oh
like-
yeah.
like
that is a
that's-
different level.
Yeah, like that's a different level of like nerdiness. But like, I can say like it's probably more. It's like, but I think it's still like nerdy per se. Like if you think of like anime is very like indebted in like the pop culture, especially in our generation.
Mm-hmm.
That
There's a lot of people that love anime.
right.
Like,
that-
I had never watched a single one, but some people
You should,
love
man.
it.
But like,
It's like a whole
So
different.
Gavin, we never got
vibe.
you water. Can we get you water?
It's like a whole
Okay.
different vibe. It's like a whole, like what do you even call that? Like,
like anime.
like Marvel, it's his own thing.
A fandom.
Yeah, it's
DC.
like a whole nother fandom. There you
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many animes with
Yeah.
the anime fandom. Like there's so many.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they keep making more. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
mean-
essentially a genre more so.
well, it's. I mean,
That's actually
it's from Japan.
it's an animation style.
Style.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, it's
Could
like
it be
a
all
very
three?
distinct thing.
Well,
Maybe all
yeah, I
three.
mean, but there's subgenres among the genre, like animes and animation.
You can have
but-
comedy animes,
Yeah.
drama animes,
That's
thriller.
true. That's true. That's
So
true.
it's-
But I understand it's the
but
same
I-
as just a regular movie.
I get what you mean by
It's a
genre,
diff-
but
it's-
like,
yeah, it's definitely a different style.
I think it's just another
Artistry.
like, yeah, it's just another like fandom.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say like you can argue that like it's less nerdy per se, but it's always gonna be nerdy because not everyone
course,
is gonna
of
be
course.
like into it. you
But
know?
it's more common to hear someone say, "Oh yeah, I like the Marvel movies," and they
Yeah,
get
yeah,
as like a casual fan because honestly, that shit was fire going up into Endgame.
No, yeah, it was.
genuinely like some of them weren't like the best story wise, but they were just epic. Like they were just fun movies.
No,
And
I agree.
After that, it just
Well, I mean,
becomes so hit or miss now.
yeah, but at the same time, I think it's just like it's hit. We are not only going off from like they were just fun movies, but like we were like young, like we were kids, right? We grew up with these characters, so it's like
Oh,
now that we're old. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, keep going. I
Well,
think I know where you're going.
I was just gonna say, like, now that we're older, I feel like nothing's ever gonna compare to like us growing up watching Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and then seeing the Avengers on like film. You know what I mean? Like, I like to, I tend to say that like Iron Man, in my opinion, would not be as famous, even though I know he's a famous character, but I don't think he would have been as famous if Robert Downey Jr. didn't play Tony Stark.
Oh,
just
100, dude, 100%.
yeah, I think that's a common
He
consensus.
looks like
He looks like him, and
They
like
literally
he had a
looks- yeah.
similar like
Attitude.
attitude and experience. So it's just like, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. I was gonna say like there's also like a social concept to it since we are growing up and we grew up with it, so we're kind of growing out of it, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I would-
I can
Like
see
when we
that.
were kids, we're obviously like that's our highlight or whatever.
I was thinking I think you were going like a similar direction, but I was thinking you don't. We're never going to grow up with characters again.
No.
Yeah.
So all these new characters, as cool as they could be, our kids or the generation that's in between that group could think of like if there's 4 Shang-Chi movies, like he might be the most popular character, which
Yeah.
I would not be upset with because that movie wasn't. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I genuinely like Shang-Chi because I am a sucker for good fight scenes.
No, I get that.
Like good choreographed fights are so cool, and Shang-Chi had really good fight scenes, and so for me that's enough. That might be a low bar,
No, yeah.
but I genuinely thought Shang-Chi like had a spot among like the good Marvel.
No, yeah. I mean, it's like Cartoon Network. Like, it's funny because our parents probably. Well, I don't know. I mean, this might be like super biased, but I do think our generation of Cartoon Network, our generation Nickelodeon, our generation of like Disney is like top tier.
100%.
Because we're not just like talking about like.
And we actually talked about this in one. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
but
good.
there was actually like we were talking about discussions on like consumerism, and I think that's why quality of film is going down because people are just companies are just pushed to like put things out there. And it's not necessarily like quality. They spend more money into like advertising the films. Than necessarily like the storylines are super cliche, like they're all
Yeah, because
clicky.
the films are all losing money, so
No.
eventually you can't.
Are.
You have to
Have
keep
you-
putting money into the marketing.
The
Have you
strike.
heard that Disney Plus is losing money too? Because all of their movies
Well,
are like
That's not
every
surprising.
streaming service is losing.
Losing money.
The whole I'm not an expert on this, obviously, but it feels like I kind of suspected. I think a lot of people suspected that it would get saturated over time because
Oh, yeah.
company to streaming service eventually they all can't thrive.
Yeah.
It's a family. I feel like the average family probably has 2 or 3 streaming services. Like you maybe have Netflix and then you have Hulu or HBO Max or
Right.
like the.
Oh, you mean Max?
Listen, you motherfuckers. All right. I've gone on about this. I have said this on the show. This is ridiculous. We are living in an age where companies. Now, this is. Okay. I was about to get deep. I won't yet. We have all these companies constantly rebranding themselves.
Right.
And it's because our institutions are untrustworthy. And we don't have any faith in our institutions.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole system is lacking
Right.
the critical lines of trust that goes in between each layer.
Mm-hmm.
So our institutions are constantly fucking up, and that's why our generation doesn't like them, because every single one has disappointed us.
Yeah, that's true.
There hasn't really been a corporation that's good. Some group of people, like there are very few mutually respected across political divides. Like there aren't many of those institutions.
No,
Like, the ACLU isn't even one anymore. Like the ACLU has gotten very progressive in the last couple of years, and then FIRE, which is not a conservative organization, but they're very like free speech absolutists.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of on the other side, but like neither one of those are mutually respected. I don't think, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but that's because like every scandal is so publicized now, and cancel culture is like at its peak.
Well, and the scandals should be publicized. Like,
Yeah,
that
they
thing is,
should
like,
be.
Yeah,
these
they
companies
should
got
be.
away with so much for so long.
Cancel culture is a whole nother topic.
That is too. But
Hey,
like
pros
this is
and
my
cons.
point is like this HBO Max to Max thing is the dumbest. Like it's just dumb. No one gives a fuck. I guarantee you, if you go to the majority of people right now, they're gonna call it HBO Max. No one's saying it's called Max. No one's doing that. Like
I call it HBO Max too. I mean,
it's always gonna be HBO Max. And now
Right.
this Twitter to X thing. Sorry, Elon.
Oh, yeah.
But why would you do like?
I
What
miss
is the point?
Bird.
I get the point of
I
why
miss
he
the
did it,
Twitter
and why
version.
he did it might be legitimate because Twitter had some dirt.
Yeah.
Like they had crazy wild dirt on them.
Mm-hmm.
That they were like colluding with the government to suppress the Hunter
Oh, yeah,
Biden
yeah,
laptop
yeah.
story. Like the Department of Homeland Security paid Twitter to suppress those stories,
Yeah.
which are now true and do genuinely point to corruption with the Biden family that would have been dropped right before the election.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think they stole the election, period.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely didn't do it by fucking with actual votes.
But like,
They did it by suppressing shit like that story.
but like both sides did like
Of
their
course,
fair share of,
Of course,
dirty things.
Trump did it. Trump's White House did it too, but it was now that does sort of make it a non-issue. But to be fair, it was like a 90-10 split. Like Trump's, you know, 'cause you have to look at the money. You look at the actual money they donated to have
Okay.
things changed up. The Trump campaign is like 90% of that money that Twitter got paid like a crazy amount of money, and the Trump White House was only a little portion of that. Now, that does sort of make it a non-issue for a lot of people. Like, oh, Trump did it too.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, but the left did it like crazy. Like,
I mean, both are wrong, right? But
Yeah.
like my initial point with like, I'm just like it's really a thing where like our generation, like I mean, Phineas and Ferb, That's So Raven, Cheetah
Dude.
Girls,
I still get Phineas and Ferb clips on my Instagram.
Sponge.
That show is like my goat of
It
cartoons.
was good. Like I just don't think the next generation. I
Other
mean,
than Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Tom
is
and
my
Jerry-
goat.
I
Tom
mean-
and Jerry's my
Jerry's
goat
like
of
older,
goat
yeah.
of cartoons.
yeah. I mean,
Old
like,
school Looney Tunes.
oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
Looney
Oh,
Tunes,
but-
Pink Panther. Was
right.
also really
I mean,
good.
even though like that stuff is not technically our generation, but like
Yeah.
I do.
I grew up with it though.
Yeah,
I grew up watching it.
Boomerang. I used to like when I.
Oh my god, dude.
Boomerang.
Yes. When I go to my mom's parents' house, we watch Boomerang on
Yeah.
Saturday mornings. It was the best.
That was my auntie.
It's so many good shows.
Like when she lived in California, I used to sit in front of her TV and it would play Boomerang like nonstop, and I was okay with that. I was never like, oh, I want to watch Cartoon Network. And I was like, oh, we're watching Boomerang because also Boomerang was the morning before Cartoon Network, and then at night Adult Swim, at the time until Boomerang got their own channel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, dude, okay, I'm not even kidding. Are kids gonna grow up watching Saturday morning cartoons?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but like,
Dude, I'll low key. I'll give that. I'll have my kids do that. Like, but again, like, I feel like their cartoons are not the cartoons that are coming out now are not nearly as good as
But
the cartoons
also on
that we
cable,
grew
they're
up
kind
with.
of replaying older cartoons, 99%.
Well, that's good
because they know they're good.
because they know that's the bangers. They didn't write
Yeah,
bangers,
but I'm just
honestly.
saying, like,
Yeah.
when you associate cable, you kind of associate as being outdated because they only play older cartoons and such.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were. Sorry, go first. You.
No, you go.
There was a lot
Go
of
ahead.
shows that our generation, like that I've never watched, but like people love Gravity Falls. They love Adventure Time. They love SpongeBob. They love
Regular show.
and regular show too. And I never grew up watching those. Like I've never watched a full episode
Johnny
of any
Test.
of those.
Mm-hmm.
Me neither.
But I know that so many people love them that like
Yeah.
there's got to be something there type thing.
Bro.
But I grew up on like old school Looney Tunes,
Mm.
Tom and Jerry, Phineas and Ferb,
Mm.
and those were like that's like that
Bro.
maybe that's why that's like
Impossible.
maybe that's why I put those three so high because it's all I've really known. But like
16 Total Drama Island.
see, I don't even know some of these.
Bro,
They're saying.
when I tell you that when I was younger, I watched everything and anything. Like I remember what Avatar. Like I watched everything. Like so many cartoons that I grew up with, or even just like cartoons that just came up. I was probably watching them. Like screw Dan Schneider. But like, I mean, I grew up with iCarly. I grew up with Sam and Cat. I mean, I didn't really like Sam and Cat all that much, but
Dude, you're genuinely. I have never heard of any of
really,
these.
Ned's
Nah.
Declassified, Drake and Josh,
I've heard of I watched a little bit of Drake and Josh. Those guys were funny.
the Jonas Brothers show, Big Time Rush. Yo, listen,
Never watched Big Time Rush.
I've seen it all.
Miles
seen
is
it all.
the cartoon connoisseur. Over here.
Dude, like that was my childhood, man.
No, you really are. Like if you ask Miles, will know. He watches stuff all the time. Like if he's chilling, he's
I
on
don't
YouTube.
blame you, dude. Some of those old school cartoons, dude. Dude, old school Looney Tunes is the least PC thing ever, and that's honestly, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That's why I love it because it's just so like, it's just so blunt and so honest. Like it is so. But at the same time it's so good and it always feels like it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a fun show. And that's kind of why I like it. And the new Looney Tunes is not nearly as it's too PC.
Well, like the new Looney Tunes is like, I like it because it's kind of like real, like they're these anthropomorphic whatever like characters, but like they're real people. Like it's
Yeah.
like Looney Tunes like off the like.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all like old actors or whatever. Like that's kind of how it's portraying it. I like that. I like my dad really liked that because you know why?
Yeah, it's funny.
That's why I'm so into cartoons and all that because my dad was really into that stuff. Like he would watch it with me.
Mhm.
Like I remember there was this like episode of regular show where it was like ducks. It was 4 ducks and they were like super powered ducks in regular show. And you know in regular show,
Oh, yeah,
anything's
yeah.
gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And so like I remember the scene where it was like 4 baby ducks and like that was just like the joke. Like you literally had my mom, my dad, my brother, my grandmom all sitting watching this show. I mean my grandma was just probably like there. But like
Yeah.
that's like yo man, like I don't think the next generation
They
is gonna
need
get
that.
that. They need that.
It feels like you should experience it.
Yeah.
You should experience it at least once, and if you don't want to do it again, whatever.
Whatever.
That's totally fine.
But also, I
you
mean,
should get that.
Our
Maybe
culture
they
is
have that.
changing.
yeah, maybe they have their own regular shows in Victor Times. I just
Yeah,
don't
but I
think
do
shows
feel
with that
bad
many
for them. I
But it's
do
probably
feel
like Mr. Beast. Like Mr. Beast might be like cartoon.
No, real shit.
Which is
real,
fucking
real shit.
so funny because only Mr. Beast would make the cartoon look like the real life look like the cartoon. It's like it is cartoon like in how
Yeah.
it's so crazy. Like the stuff that he does.
Dude, also like
I think he kind of fell off though, low key. I don't
do you
think
mean?
there's as much. Well, obviously, like his videos are gonna get, they still get 100 million views.
right.
But I just feel like he's sort of in this weird place where there's not a lot of press about him right now.
Mm.
It always felt like there was, Mr. Beast buys a private island, and
Right.
that's like breaking the rules of like YouTube.
Right.
Not like literally, but he's like doing stuff that you're not supposed to be able to do.
Right.
Like you're never like, how do you get to that?
Wait, what do you mean he's not supposed to do? Like,
Look-
for example.
Just means like you're a YouTube, like you make YouTube videos, and you're buying a private island.
Right.
Like it just like that seems like a limit that like wouldn't be broken. You know what I mean?
And not every
Oh,
YouTuber.
So he like,
yeah.
okay.
Like he's doing the things that no one thought was possible.
And not every
That's how I
YouTuber
should
can
have said
do
it.
that for.
He's milking
No.
YouTube of
Oh.
its money.
Yeah. Oh, did you know that Smosh reclaimed their channel?
I did see that.
I mean, this is like-
I've never really watched Smosh, to be honest.
I did. I watched Smosh. Yo, shut up. Like that was. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get nostalgia explosion right now, man.
I don't know any.
I miss Vine days.
I
Vine
can't.
days were
Vine was dope. They'll never.
That was
never-
like 2016.
Listen, listen, I was never on. I was
peak
never on
high
Vine
school.
ever. I honestly was getting into like. I mean, it was my freshman year of high school. By the time I got like any form of social media, I had Snapchat.
I didn't have Snapchat. For a while.
Just so that I could like chat with friends that weren't
Mhm.
on iPhone. And I didn't ever go on Vine or iFunny, like any of that stuff.
Damn, you missed out. What was your?
I like barely like I never really used Reddit. I use it sometimes now for like games I'm playing. Like Reddit's
never
good
used
for like
Reddit.
answering
Yeah,
questions and shit and like you know what I mean. But otherwise I'm not using Reddit.
Wait, what was your favorite Vine?
My favorite Vine.
Yeah,
I've seen some Vines that are really
I started to really
funny.
like Liza Koshy. Like Liza Koshy, David Dobrik, like that era.
Oh,
They were
Before David
dating.
Dobrik was the YouTube's biggest goober.
Liza Koshy's
Dude.
doing pretty well off right now. Liza Koshy, the girlfriend, like she was funny. She was the one with the facial expressions and whatnot.
I say that this is not something I've ever done.
You don't know?
I probably know her. I have to see her face.
Yeah.
No,
like,
but seriously, if we're gonna do a ranking of YouTube's biggest goobers, David Dobrik is up there. He's pushing for a podium finish at least.
I remember, oh hell no, oh ah, like
Is that a Vine?
yes,
Is it
that was
Dobrik
Reggie
Vine?
Coles, man.
Oh.
Oh hell no, oh ah.
this girl,
Oh, the
Liza
voice crack.
Koshy.
Oh her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got nothing.
She had
Sorry.
she had a TV. She had a
She has a great personality.
talk host show.
Yeah, she is now. So she started off with Vine, then YouTube, and then she started doing vlogs with David Dobrik, and then they broke up, and now she's like.
Wait, they dated?
Yeah, they dated.
Oh.
That was like, and that's at
Dude,
the
but this
point
guy's
in
out of
time-
control these days.
on.
This David Dobrik
David.
guy.
This is like 20. I want to say 2016. Like this was.
David was still doing the same John back then.
2018.
That's how he got successful.
Yeah, I know, but like my point being, that was like the era where all the YouTube couples that we would follow would like break up, and they post a breakup video.
Dude, I was never into that stuff, dude.
I didn't really get like I was never into it per se, but I never really noticed until like later in life where like I found all these like so I know y'all are gonna be very sad about this, but we are deciding to go different ways, and all the comments are like, no, y'all are such a great couple.
Yeah.
No hate though.
Yeah, no hate, but
But
it's like they kind of feel like they owe that to their viewers.
I couldn't do that.
Because a lot of them, I don't know if you noticed about like YouTubers or like YouTube quote unquote families or couples, like they consider their viewers as family. Like they'll call, like, do you know Ace Family? The problematic family.
I'll be right back.
That's what they would be like. You know, like that was their monetizing slogan.
No, yeah.
Catchphrase that was their family.
I couldn't
So
do
like
that.
that relationship is like normalized in YouTube families or channels or whatnot.
I couldn't like.
So
Yeah, I mean for me,
it's weird, but it's also like it's kind of nice that they clear the air in a way.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think if it was me personally,
Like,
I don't
if you
need
were
to
to
tell
follow
people like my business. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we parted ways. Like
Yeah.
some people, it's just like a video by themselves. But it's just I don't know.
Yeah, but it's different
I
when
get
you're
it.
already putting so much of your life out there.
Yeah.
Like you have to say something.
It's yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to understand because I've never experienced that. But like, I've always thought it was weird when people be like, post videos about their breakups, and I don't know.
Yeah. But a lot of it was for clout. Like a lot of the problematic ones.
Oh yeah, it's just like it's just like
Like
YouTube
Hype House.
apologies.
Remember Hype House?
I'm not gonna.
And
Don't get
like-
me started with Hype House.
And like the TikTok, what was the TikTok house called?
That was Hype House.
Oh, that was Hype House. There was another one, like earlier and more in the YouTube days.
They have like 20 of them.
Yeah, I've been listening to the last conversation while I was gone. I haven't understood a single thing y'all have said.
Yeah, we were just talking about like trends in YouTube.
Well, like Hype House, like Logan Paul and all them. Or no,
Dude,
Big
if
Paul.
we want
My
to talk about
gosh,
if we
the
want to talk
Pauls.
no, hold on. If we want to talk about a guy that was a goober, he's always been a goober.
Mhm.
He's a smart dude, but he's always been a goober. He went into this weird popularity phase, which turned into a villain arc, which turned into him being canceled, and then there was the redemption arc. And now he's back on the villain shit again. He is just, it's crazy.
Who, Logan or Jake?
Logan Paul.
Okay.
Jake's just a goober that had a controversial career, and then actually turns out he's a decent fighter, and then he started boxing, and actually kind of changed it. It was a pretty smart move that he did.
I think this is my thing with Logan Paul. I was never into Logan Paul because
Neither was
I kind of thought, I mean, you know, if you're a fan, you're a fan. But I just was never a fan. And I didn't know who he was, to be honest with you. But until that fateful day when he went into Japan, he went into that
fuck.
forest,
Yeah.
and then like I feel like that changed his like that's always gonna be a defining moment in Logan Paul's career that changed his
Outcome.
it changed who it changed his whole like
I mean, he's still the one
legacy.
that created Prime.
With
Now I
KSI, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
but
I,
like
now
that,
I associate him.
Which
with Prime.
again,
I mean, kind
like,
of.
super
I
bad
will
for
say
you,
it. I don't
apparently.
care. I've already abandoned the Prime sponsorship because listen, this shit sucks. It is so bad.
Why is it bad? I heard it was.
It is like borderline syrupy. No, but it's not. But it's coconut water. It's like it's weird. It's like it's coconut water, but somehow it just feels thick because there's so much sugar. It is so sweet. It's crazy.
It has
like,
an insane amount of caffeine in it.
it has a crazy amount of caffeine, and there's some other chemical
That's like the most problematic.
Oh, hold on,
thing.
Gavin. Can we get a Google Prime?
Google search.
Prime allegedly has like 30. This could be wrong, so I'll fact check myself.
It's called Max.
It's called Max. I'll fact check it.
You know what I mean?
How much-
Something about Prime Energy FDA investigation. Let's just see what they're investigating them for, because the FDA is investigating Prime for I think 2 or 3 reasons of like things wrong with. I think there's a chemical. There's like 30 times the recommended limit in per serving, and there's a ton of caffeine. I think it's only those 2 things.
That's gross.
But like, dude, we tried every flavor. I think we tried 6 flavors of Prime. Me and Angelo.
Really?
You can go listen to it because we lost the video. You can go listen to it. It sucks. Every single flavor is bad. It's all bad. It's way too sweet and leaves this weird like filmy coating in your mouth.
Oh, I hate. That's why I don't like energy drinks. I
don't know.
hate.
I
Yeah.
tried. I
They give
tried
me
one
headaches.
flavor, but I only took a sip, so maybe that's why I don't have like a full,
I just
well-rounded
Gatorade. Gatorade is the best energy drink, or it's the best like
Yeah.
hydration drink.
No, it is. I mean, hence the reason.
Well, Gatorade has energy drink versions, don't they?
Yes. Like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. Next one's not free. Clip it. Clip it.
Make a sample out of it.
Oh my
Sample
God.
this.
Okay, Mom.
Call me asparagus.
Oh no, we're not starting.
We're not,
We can't start with
we're
this.
not
I can't-
venturing
I
off
can't
into
let
those
you.
grounds.
You have to go back. We can't get lost in the weeds. You got to continue your thought.
Got it.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Don't start
What
this.
was my? Oh, it was just that like Gatorade is like will always be top
All right,
tier.
all right, all right.
As-
Fact check. Fact
as-
check coming
oh,
in.
So it's being investigated for.
Repeat after Gab.
So
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Investigating it because of the absurd amount of caffeine that is Prime Energy.
Okay.
What is the
So
absurd?
that's the main
amount.
one. Okay, so I was wrong about that other chemical. Maybe the caffeine was what they were talking
Can
about, but 30 times recommended caffeine would
You
be
know what?
insane.
I'm gonna pull up
So,
the nutrition
what-
label.
the chair,
'Cause
the
I'm
Gavin,
curious.
was telling us that the reason FDA is investigating Prime because there is
Did Gavin, we might have heard you. a
an
little bit.
excessive amount, not excessive, too much caffeine in the drink.
Yeah.
That did like that. We didn't move anywhere. We were there.
Well, I don't
I
think.
want to see.
I don't think Gavin-
We
I don't think they heard
discover
Gavin.
anything.
They might have been able to hear.
Milligrams caffeine. Red Bull has 80.
Okay, so it's not 20%. No, is that 20%? Yeah, from 80 to 100. Yeah, 20% difference. Yeah. That still may be dirtbag math, but let's move on.
Mid-
It's like it's not a crazy increase in caffeine, but it's probably enough that if you drink enough of it, it's gonna do some damage.
I got a name for this segment. Midnight apartment party.
Oh, for this whatever we're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we. What did you call it? Midnight.
apartment party.
No,
That's good.
no.
That's good. And you call
Where's
it-
the party? I'm sorry.
This, well,
This
okay.
is not
If you're having
party.
people come and they're chilling and everything.
Okay.
and-
Well, don't air out the plane.
I mean,
Don't
So-
air out the
Hey, clip it.
So for one.
Gavin, cut that
can-
in post. No, I'm kidding. That was the idea that I had.
Yeah.
Was
Yup.
that this would just be a thing like we go live for 4 or 5 hours, however long we were live for. And it would be cool if there were just people kind of coming in and out.
Yeah.
Little clips, like just hopping on, talking
Midnight
shit.
apartment party.
But it's not a party, though, is it? I think party is where that goes wrong.
Midnight apartment convenience store.
What?
Anyways, back to the numbers.
We're still
here.
on? What's going on?
I needed to clarify this
Okay.
because I said double and I'm just about right. So a Red Bull, a 12 fluid ounce can is 111 milligrams
Okay.
of caffeine, and the prime drink is 200 milligrams
Jeez
caffeine.
Louise.
So it's double. It's the double amount.
What are you trying to feed us?
It's too much, guys. No, but seriously, we tried it, and you can go. Well, I don't remember what episode it is. It's Angelo's most recent appearance.
Okay.
Out now. It's been out.
Hmm.
It's an audio-only episode. You know what was fucked up, too, is that was the day that we were supposed to... We dressed up in suits for no reason, just because we said we were going to. Like, that's when we were like, what if we just dressed up in suits for no reason? We were like, why not? Let's just fuck around. So we were going to do that, and then we were going to... it was also because we were gonna duel that out in Mario Kart.
Oh,
We still haven't
yeah.
fucking done. He was supposed to come on this morning. Little schedule derailment, and we have to push it back to December when he's gonna come on next, because the whole semester's booked.
Hey, you can have like a holiday edition.
We could dress up. That actually might be fun. We're airing out all of our plans. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna listen to this.
You can just cut this
I'm
out.
kidding. No, I won't cut it.
We didn't
I'm
even
not-
know one's gonna listen.
I'm-
People are gonna listen. I'll make
I'm
sure.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Good.
I
I want people to listen. I want people to hear my silky voice.
Ciao, anyways. Maybe you should get your Aunt Denise on promoting this then.
Yo, Aunt Denise on this podcast would be lit as fuck.
I meant promoting
Oh,
the podcast,
that too.
the episode.
No, but actually, I think you would love to talk about Aunt Denise.
I probably would.
I think you
I'd-
two
I'd
would
have
have
no
a
doubt.
great
She
conversation.
is tell him about your Aunt Denise.
I was about to say, are you gonna tell her about my Aunt Denise?
I don't think he's had a relationship or a personal experience with her.
Was she at the show? Is that the woman that was at the show?
Yeah,
was the woman at
with
the
my.
show. Okay, yeah.
But tell him about her.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, I mean, he
No,
needs
no,
a
no, don't-
he
don't
needs a
get into
description
anything
to
you
the
don't want to
name.
get into because this is recorded.
He needs
Oh,
a
no.
description to the name because you're saying you have to meet her. So why does
She-
he need
every-
to meet her?
Everyone who knows me knows about Aunt Denise.
Yeah, I know. I do know. You've mentioned her enough times that I know who you're talking.
She is. Aunt Denise is an experience because she's, I don't know, she's like one of the coolest people I've ever. She's one of the coolest people I know. Like she's one of my mentors. I'm always like she's someone who what's the word I'm looking for? Strive to be. Is that the word?
Strive to be.
Strive. Thank you. Strive to be. She's charismatic. She's hilarious. I think she's hilarious. She's a health lawyer. She went to Stanford University for her law degree.
Yeah. So if you ever want to talk politics, she probably has something to say about that.
She went to
Fair enough.
University of Chicago for her undergrad. So, yeah, I mean she's doing big.
What kind of episode would that look like
University
if you
of
had your Aunt
Columbia.
Denise on the?
I already
I would have
know.
you. I would have you be on there with her.
Yeah. I already know what type of conversation it would be. Just like
Interesting. Well,
that'd be such a great conversation.
I mean, you
I
guys
would
could
do it.
probably maybe when she comes over to see your show, maybe you can have her come over here
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't.
Why
I mean,
not?
listen, I'm not opposed in the slightest. I'm not.
That'd be really.
because you know your Aunt Denise would sponsor it.
Well, maybe. I mean, she's not sponsoring. It like would technically be our law firm, but we'll see.
No, I meant like she's always like, oh, come see the show and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
she
She
would be
advertise it. Yeah.
Advertising, yeah, sponsoring. Advertising.
I didn't explain Aunt Denise well, but it's just like you have to know, like,
She's a great person.
yeah, she's like the coolest
No.
person ever. Everyone loves her. Everyone knows her. She like recently she was telling me that these young associates were like coming up to her, but like, yo. Well, they didn't say yo, but I'll say it like how
They
Miles-
did though. They were like, "Yo."
yo, what's up? But they were like, you're a legend, and like, she would never like
I said,
yeah, like that. No, that ass. Like they're like, you're a legend, and it's cool because here's this black woman, coming out of like, what is it, 80s, 90s, doing law. You know what I mean? I mean, you're going against like white men and white women, but predominantly white men who are like gonna be able to get jobs just from a flip of the hat, and she's rising up the ranks, you know. So it's just like, and also she is a big supporter for my career when it comes to theater and film and all that. So it's just like she's someone who like coming up from senior year of high school to like college, I used to do college auditions where you did like, if you wanted to, you do Unifieds, which is like this culmination of different schools where you can audition at different places. Like I auditioned in New York Unifieds. I went to Chicago and did Chicago Unifieds. I auditioned in like plethora of different schools.
You're out there.
Yeah, I thankfully, gratefully, I got into 10 of them for like musical theater and stuff like that. But like I remember, you know.
And now he's here in Point Park.
Now I'm here in Point Park. Great school.
Tragedy.
Maybe for everyone else, but for Copa and theater, it's top tier. But like,
Dude, that's the thing.
what?
Is like,
The different experiences of the departments.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like,
Hey, we're getting our pool back. Pretty psyched about that.
yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
getting
y'all
in the
are
pool.
gonna experience that. I won't ever experience that.
Do you guys? And I'm just like genuinely. Are you all right, sir?
Like,
You-
cornering.
I heard it. I was like, ew, that doesn't sound good. Do Copa kids know that almost the rest of the university, like, in terms of like students in the different majors,
Mm-hmm.
like the students outside of Copa look at Copa. It's a weird thing where it's like,
Okay.
no one can hear this because my mic was too far away. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's this weird sense that like, in some ways, you guys have a better quality of life
As a university student.
as a university student than we do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
And I'm not like saying that I don't necessarily feel that, because my section of like my place in the media atmosphere at Point Park is esports, and we do get good funding for equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I could see how it feels like.
I mean,
That's just the general sense that I've gotten, is like when I've been in conversations with other people that aren't in Copa,
Mm-hmm.
it's the idea of like,
I don't think any department is necessarily like lacking in a whole lot. Like we have a pretty solid SAEM department. Like we have a solid,
I guess maybe all the money spent on the Playhouse renovation
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
is lost on
Okay.
us because
So-
we don't ever do anything in there, and if
I
we
want
want
to
to hold
debunk that actually.
and we want to hold events,
Mm-hmm.
Well, going
I-
back to your original question, I'm just want to say, like, I feel like they are aware of it because, like, of course they mingle with other majors and stuff.
Freaking sniffling.
Like, if we complain about the university, I'm sure they have something to complain about it too.
Can I?
Pretty sure
Debunk the
they're
myth. Go
they're
ahead.
aware.
So, sorry, you're still talking.
That's it. They're aware.
Yeah, we are aware, but also it's like we're all struggling. we're
And maybe that's our fault for not talking to enough of you guys to understand. Because I saw that with like Tommy, like he's my roommate. He was an MT major. He still is. I saw what that was like. So
it's not easy.
I don't think that's what we think. I think we know that it's hard. To be fair, I think if you
Yeah.
ask any
Yeah.
business major, they'll be like, "Yeah, Copa's hard as shit." Because like if it was easy, all of us would be doing it.
I think it's like thriving. And okay, also they've been like the renovations for the Playhouse. They've been on that for like they were developing money for like 15 years. That's been a 15-year project. They've had the money for the Playhouse. That's not the reason why we're in debt. It's other like factors, which
Yeah,
I learned
I was-
today from my acting to camera teacher. So I could be wrong, but like he was dead set on like that. Like that's not why we're in debt. Like the Playhouse was like they've been developing money. They were like raising money constantly for the Playhouse. So that was paid for in full.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It seems like with the I don't know how much power the president holds because obviously we have a cabinet as well. But like,
I'm not gonna
this
speak on
year
We have a board of trustees that has the president by a leash.
yeah, but this year we're actually getting a lot of like quote unquote change. I feel like happening.
I will say
I'm not
towards the
gonna speak on
positive.
it.
there is the food service system has been for better and worse, a very fluent thing so far. I feel
Yeah, and I see emails there that they're tweaking it. Like if someone complains or something, they actually ask students and they listen
Yeah.
and they tweak it. Like the cafeteria looks really nice.
Yo,
I saw people walking out
It
with
looks mad.
with ice cream cones.
fresh,
Dude,
yeah,
dude,
freshmen,
dude.
freshmen are never gonna experience.
And I was like, that's nice.
And when I first came here, right? Well, like I would say, like renovation started started like between junior year or the summer between junior year and senior year.
Yeah, that's
right?
when it started.
So-
It started at the very end of the semester. Like I think as soon as they were able to start working on that, they did because they didn't have a whole long time to fix that. Whole
Right.
room up.
The first semester junior year, that's when the cafe was like fixed up and everything.
Yeah.
Freshman year, we had like
Dude, freshman year, that
Was
was your
so
that-
different.
That was your sophomore year, is our freshman year, but even that was very different.
it was different. Yo, there used to be this guy, like because we used to like cafe and everything was all on meal plan. You didn't have to pay for extra bullshit. You feel me? There used to be this guy who would fill my chicken. Gavin's nodding right now.
I know who
he
I know who
knows.
the guy is. I know it is too.
I've heard-
He left.
I've
Yeah.
heard about this quesadilla one too many times.
Giant, like he would fill my my donuts.
Give
my
Miles
quesadillas
his
would be like-
quesadillas back.
My quesadillas would be like this thick,
Quesadillas were crazy.
this thick. Like I would like, and you get like 4 of them. Shit.
Dude, I swear to God, you'd get 4.
That's your
big
breakfast,
ass
lunch,
pork.
and dinner right
Dude,
there.
the whole thing was massive, and they stuffed that thing like crazy.
Like-
He was a very generous guy.
it was bare, but it wouldn't stay.
He was a
together.
little weird too,
It
though.
wouldn't
But
stay together like a quesadilla.
no, real talk.
It would. You would have to like hold. You'd have to like support it. Like you'd have to be paying like.
Carson is
polyprint.
now
so
qualified.
Greasy.
Carson is now qualified to judge the quality of the quesadilla.
Oh, Carson's a cooker. Okay, I've seen
since,
Carson cook.
since he has that Condado's experience in the
I don't cook
mindset.
anything at Condados.
I know, but you have like the first-hand experience
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
food. So now you're like
Dude, I'd be
a
freestyling.
verified critic.
The chicken tenders. Yo,
Oh my God.
y'all
I
would
got
never
so sick of those
experience
at one
that.
point
The
because
chicken-
that was the last thing that would be left like for the night, and we'd always get food super late. I don't know, like
what
the
the-
chicken tenders just didn't taste 100%.
And the
after
fries
a
will go
while.
through. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I finished my sentence as
Oh.
you interrupted
Oh.
me, so I'm not gonna go through that whole sentence again.
But what I was just gonna say is just that like the fries went through like weird changes. It would go from one
See, I like
type of fry to the next type of fry.
Okay,
yeah,
but
and-
crinkle fries are nasty. I'm sorry, but they're nasty.
My ultimate French fry is the one that's like not beer battered, but you know what I mean, the one that has like the crunchy, flaky
I think I know what you're talking
breading
about.
on.
Arby's curly
almost
fries.
Like, yeah, like almost what the curly fries.
Oh, I kind of hated those.
Arby's
dude,
curly fries.
That's my ultimate French fry.
And waffle
Arby's-
fries.
Arby's curly fries are. That's the best fry.
No, it's not.
Dude, yes,
Arby's?
No one would ever
Curly
say
fries.
that.
Not the Arby's brand, but like curly
But
fries.
the
in
curly
general,
fries.
Like curly. I'm not saying the Arby's.
I
is
like my
specifically.
fries seasoned. I don't like them bland and salty.
No, the best fries is like the fries you get from Genoa's. Like those are.
Okay, that's cap.
That's not-
like,
That's
what are
cap.
Steak fries.
No, those are steak fries are fire though. That's like S tier.
Dude, honestly,
but like
They're all.
fries from
They're all,
Genoa's.
they're all good.
Yeah, I mean, I would pick curly fries like B or A tier, but
I'm biased, so I can't.
what do you? Well, you don't like crinkle fries, which is like who are
They're
you?
nasty. They taste like cardboard. When
They
have
taste
you?
like fries?
When have you
No,
eaten a crinkle
honestly,
fry and it was good?
The
Like
crinkle fries, the frozen crinkle fries are pretty bad.
they're
You have to-
so
you have to
nasty.
get- you have to get homemade crinkle cut. Those are great.
I'm talking about the crinkle fries from the dining hall. Those are the only crinkle fries I've like.
Okay, Miles, I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
no, the
your
cr- the cr-
standards of the dining hall.
crinkle cuts were nasty.
Whoa, whoa,
Come
whoa!
on
No, you can't
Come on
F
now.
up fries.
Okay,
No,
but
no,
they
no, no.
did.
And they did not. No,
No, no,
the
no, no.
fries are always
I'm
good.
stopping you right there.
You
It's the-
can't.
It's the dining hall. They
Yeah,
always
I-
know how to
yeah,
mess
okay.
up something.
I'm sorry,
they always
but like
do.
that did not give you much justice. You said, but the dining hall fries.
The dining
okay,
hall fries are
Miles.
fire.
most
Come
of
on
the,
now.
most of the time, I agree with
I'm
you.
getting like
No,
they're fire.
I'm not saying they're fine. I'm saying I agree with you 95% of the time. Most
disagree.
Okay, I'll take
dining
it.
hall are pretty good.
95%
Well,
of the time.
Are my
Okay.
least favorite.
Okay. Well, okay.
Honestly, low key shoestring fries, not the shoestring ones, but like
What are
Regular
That's
fries?
just regular cut. Like,
No, yeah, regular cut fries
Oh.
are fantastic.
those are
But
like, that's up there in my.
They're
top.
called shoestring fries?
No, shoestrings are the ones that are kind of floppy and they're super thin.
Oh.
cut.
Oh, I don't.
I like those too.
Sometimes I like McDonald's fries. I think McDonald's fries are like top tier.
No,
low-
they're only good when they're hot though. Once they cool off, they don't taste
That's
good.
valid.
But they stay fresh for so long. It's like
No, they don't.
It's
Well, yeah, they do for a good.
no,
like,
no, no, I'm saying they stay fresh as in like you can reheat a McDonald's fry endlessly and it doesn't really
I get that.
mess it up. Like,
I
it
guess.
brings it back, so it feels like.
Gavin and I were just talking about. Well, I told
That's crazy.
Carson
Yeah.
there was a Wendy's to-go bag sitting in the lobby, and the whole lobby smelled like fries, and you could smell it up the elevator
Low key,
today.
Wendy's new hot and crispy
Like,
fries.
What do they put in their fries?
The new hot.
That
and
the
crispy
whole
fries,
building was smelling like fries.
not bad.
I haven't tried.
The new hot and crispy fries, they're not as good as McDonald's, but they're a very close second. They're a very acceptable substitute.
Burger King used to have top tier fries.
Dude,
You know, I agree on that.
dude, Burger King is fucking out of control.
No, they used to
I
have.
I went to go get lunch there when I was working landscaping. This guy was in the truck with. I was weeding with this dude who was like a stoner, like he
Yeah.
raised snakes in his basement type thing. He was like, I was weeding with him for the summer, and we stopped at Burger King one day, and I got just like one of the basic lunch combos. It was like a double cheeseburger, like medium fries, medium drink. Dude, it was 1,600 calories.
Yeah.
They used.
Dude,
And
I-
about
I don't know.
$16 too.
I don't
It's so expensive for no reason.
Dude, Burger King is so expensive, and
I don't
the
know
food
why.
is fucking out of control.
it's like
16
it's like
calories.
Hardee's,
They're
but
fucking
like
stupid Whopper.
Oh,
commercials
Hardee's
trying to
is
do
like down here. Hardee's is not comparable.
I've had Hardee's.
Hardee's is just like straight pan grease. That's what it is.
I remember they used to have a burger.
I've never been to Hardee's or Carl's.
It's like a more southern branch. So when I was with my mom in South Carolina, that was the first time I tried Hardee's. It's disgusting.
They used
There's
to-
nothing to look forward to.
No, there isn't. They used to. I mean, you're South. Look, I will say this. I think depending on where you are in the South, your Hardee's might be kind of fire, but nowhere in the North or in the whatever. Like in
no,
like
because Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same thing. I think
Yeah.
one of them is East Coast, one of them is West Coast.
yeah. Well, East Coast like I'm pretty sure that's Hardee's.
Personally, I want to try In-N-Out.
Dude,
They make
In-N-Out looks
In-N-Out-
fire. I've never tried it.
I heard In-N-Out's really good.
I
getting
only hear good things about it.
Shake Shack.
Shake
I've heard
Shack.
Fire things, but I've never had Shake Shack. We're getting
It's
one
top
we're getting one
tier.
right down there. We're getting the people can see. We're getting one right over there. Right over there. We're getting one in Market Square. We're getting
Are we
Shake
actually?
Shack. Yeah, we're getting a Shake Shack.
Are you serious?
You guys didn't know about
No,
that?
that's so good.
We're getting a Shake Shack in Market Square.
Shake Shack.
That's a good question. I don't know. Hopefully, you're placing that bum ass Subway. I know you go there sometimes, but that bum ass Subway, dude, that Subway is so whack.
Which
I
one?
know. No, the one in Market Square, the little tiny like hole in the wall Subway they got over there.
Yo, look, hey, don't hate on that Subway, bro.
I'm hating on Subway in general.
I,
How are they still in business?
I wonder what they're gonna.
Facts.
I wonder if they're gonna replace the McDonald's building with.
Oh,
Think?
But what was? Yeah.
You
Oh.
think so?
it's gonna fucking die the same way the other one did.
They need to put like security in that.
Okay.
Well, you just can't like that's just not the spot to put a restaurant.
Yeah.
Also, like the layout of it, I feel like it could be more. I don't know.
I think it was a
Like
big.
it has 2 doors. Like, why do you need 2 doors to enter into McDonald's?
Most restaurants have a double door now
Yeah.
when you go in.
But I.
But it's also like dramatic. Like you have to walk down a staircase, a door, another door.
I think it was built as a McDonald's because if you go into where you can only go into,
Mhm.
keep your head around it, it has a whole dining room.
Yeah. It also has an
yeah.
upstairs.
A lot of the city McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives basement.
Which
vibes,
is
I don't know.
so insane.
Well,
like, it's-
the pandemic.
It's no, but like it's poison. Like McDonald's is poison,
Well-
and they were thriving. Like
Wait, like,
Yeah, and that
back to
pla-
like Hardee's real quick. They had a burger where they cut the hot dog in 2 and put it on the burger and the sandwich. That's
That
gross as
sounds.
yo,
Like high
mixing hot dog
cholesterol.
and hamburger together
It's so
is
gross.
genuinely it,
Like,
we should-
hot
we should
dogs
be able
are-
to- we should be able to publicly shame these people.
Like hot dogs are the equivalent of cancer, and then you're adding a beef patty to it too.
Yeah, hot dogs are well. If you make your own
Damn,
hot dogs,
that's like it's like throwing it in the fire right there.
if you make your
I
own
have
hot
very
dogs, that's
strong
fine.
opinions about Hardee's. Okay,
Whoa. Cookout hot dogs is different.
you have to get like the
A
like the
nice-
butcher
some
type
good
hot dogs
some
for them
good
to be
charcoal on that hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't get them like packed 99-cent hot dogs because those are straight cancer.
Oh yeah, I mean I only
Those are
I
cancer.
only eat beef hot dogs. I don't eat like pork hot dogs. Cause I was like giving
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the all beef.
No, I
hot,
didn't.
no, the all beef hot dogs are a safer option.
yeah,
for
because
that.
I gave
Yeah.
up pork for like a year, and then have I had pork since?
You definitely
You-
have.
yeah.
I definitely have.
Oh, okay.
Like pork is in a lot of things. Like even gelatin, that's like pig.
Yeah, but like, it's not.
Dude, you gotta go
It's-
to bacon too.
It's
I'm
small
sorry, dude.
quadrants of like pork. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
but if you
okay with
really
that.
think about it,
I'm
how
okay with
often do you eat bacon for breakfast? Like that's only like a push narrative of like culture.
Speak to it. That was tough as fuck. That's
don't
real
I
shit.
think so. I used to have bacon. We do like bacon like every week.
Because I feel like it's more sausage and eggs for everyone. It's more so sausage than it is bacon.
I can.
Are you more of like a bacon and egg person?
I'm
See,
more-
I don't know,
I'm more of a bacon. Dude, a bacon, egg, and cheese on an English muffin.
Oh no, I just like a
is
regular.
Okay,
crazy.
no.
That's
Croissants are top tier.
So listen, here's my problem
Nah,
with croissants.
Croissants
If
are
you
top tier.
okay,
Bagels.
here's my problem with croissants. You have to toast the croissant, because otherwise it just
so
it just
worth the
turns into
work.
Mush.
Yeah.
It's so worth
doesn't
the work
hold up to
though.
anything.
I don't know.
It's so worth it.
I like a croissant sometimes, but that's not my top tier. Bagels are
Top
good,
tier
but
for me.
bagels are so much fucking bread.
It
I
is.
like
That's
that,
why I
though.
like
You
croissants.
need to get like double bacon, egg, and cheese on the. You need to get like 2 eggs,
Yeah.
4 slices of bacon, and whatever, like
Listen.
2 slices of cheese to handle the
Easily.
Bagel.
When I get to New
1,000
York,
calories
I'll be
per
like,
day.
"Hey, Oaki, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and don't forget the bev."
Well, that's my point being. A bagel has way too much bread, whereas a croissant.
What the fuck was that? What was that?
I'm very passionate about my breakfast sandwiches, and I was
I've
really
never had a-
rudely interrupted.
What was
I've never had a bacon, egg, and cheese gyro. They have those in New York City. That sounds fire.
Yo, get the Aki way. Continue what you're saying, baby.
It's okay.
No, continue what you're saying. We're talking about breakfast sandwiches.
I'm just on my croissants right now.
Yeah, and we're telling you that.
You know, if
like,
I had the
don't-
option to get a breakfast
We're
sandwich
telling you
with a
that's fine.
croissant,
Like,
I would
croissants are
get.
good.
If I had the option of getting a croissant breakfast sandwich right now, I would. That sounds.
I don't think any of us was like, no to
Yeah,
croissants.
neither one
No,
of us
no,
said
no, no. I'm just saying it's top tier.
Well,
Okay, I mean,
okay.
yeah, that's where I'll disagree.
That's
with you,
arguable, but yeah.
That's where it's arguable. But I'm saying that I don't disrespect your pick. Like,
Right.
it's a good pick. It's just not.
I'm
my-
disrespecting your bagels, Carson.
I
No,
don't pick
I'm the
bagels.
one who said bagels.
I'm
I'm
disrespecting your
an English
bagels.
muffin
Thank you,
guy.
baby.
No, but sometimes they're too dry. Like the
I don't know
only
why you
reason,
like English muffins?
the only reason I get English muffins is
hate
because they are
English
cheap.
Really?
Real talk. I think they just always taste so dry.
They are dry.
Hate.
Dude, if you got, but I put butter on them.
Well, you-
Hey,
but
You
still,
put
the
butter on
bread
the English muffin,
texture,
that-
the bread texture itself is like dry.
it's the outside.
It's
That's
crumbly.
weird. I've never. I never. I mean. I mean. Okay. Wait. Do y'all refrigerate yours?
Do
No,
you?
I don't eat them.
Because I see your English muffins on top of the
No,
refrigerator.
they are, but most of the time, at my parents' house, we always have them refrigerated, and I wonder if that makes a difference.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll have to test that out.
I mean,
Bagel podcast.
That's crazy. Listen, your names, Miles. You gotta work on the names. You're just like, you're just like bagels podcast. Like,
That's the next segment. Bagels podcast.
we're not doing segments. We're not doing segments. All right. Now listen, that's crazy though. English muffins are like my S tier breakfast bread, and I'm not kidding.
I know. Trust me. We
you know, Carson, you give off English muffin type of guy.
Okay, what is this? You're a Capricorn. I can tell because you're a Capricorn. What is it? What is an English muffin vibe? What does that mean?
It just means you like it dry.
It means
What?
it means
That's not true.
it means Captain America shirt.
So now you're just waffling. You're just reaching for something now.
That's a pretty American thing. I'm gonna have well, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's an English muffin.
It's English.
How do you hate the British but you have an English muffin?
This is exactly
Let's talk
let's
about
talk
that.
about
Let's
that.
dissect that.
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up. That's how good they are. Is that I'll ignore the fact that the British people hate them. That's my point. Is like, yes, they're British, but they're so good. In my eyes, like they're just, I don't know, they're, because you can put so much stuff on English muffins.
You can do that with a bagel too.
I know, but a bagel is so heavy.
I don't think it's
So
heavy.
much.
What do you put on your English muffin? They're small. Like you can't put a lot on there.
No, sometimes, dude, an English muffin with peanut butter on it. That's it.
Not-
It's so good. It's so good.
Right now.
You can put
Anna's
you can
getting
put
food.
breakfast sandwiches on them. You can do one side with butter and one side with jelly. That's fire.
Okay,
Like,
you can do that with a
listen, you can do it with any of them. That's not the part of the discussion we're having.
A bagel, you could put a nice cream cheese.
Dude, I
which-
love a cream cheese with strawberry jelly on a bagel. It's really good, but it's not. But I'm not gonna. I would have an English muffin twice a week. I would not eat a bagel twice a week. That's my point.
That's
Listen. This is not a thing where we're gonna like agree. Like you think bagels are better, and that's fine. I think English muffins are better, that's fine. I'm never gonna switch, and you're never gonna switch to mine. You're just gonna be pitching it to me for the next 3 hours.
And that's how you solve politics. We're just never gonna agree.
It actually probably would honestly be the solution. Is like, guys, we're never gonna all agree on the same things. So just be nice to each other a little bit more. Like, just don't fucking stop.
Just don't like croissants like this guy over here.
What? What's going on, sir? Yeah.
Candy bar.
Candy bar. I liked how that sounds.
That's tough, dude. I love a Twix. I love
On
a Twix.
occasion,
I love a Twix.
me.
I love a Twix that's been chilled in the freezer.
Okay,
It's insane.
but that's the point.
That's okay. Or you catch it right before the caramel gets hard, where it's just like really thick. It's like the whole bar is just really cold, but it's not frozen yet.
Yeah, and you're saying Twix, right?
Twix.
Like right, left
But
Twix.
I do love a Kit Kat too. It's
You-
so simple. It's so simple. It's so good. It's like they're light.
Yeah.
I could slam, dude. The one year my mom got me like a little like stocking stuffer of like mini Kit Kats. Dude, I was just slamming them all day. Like it's like I was just slamming them. Like
No, dude, don't try to like coin that.
I'm not-
I'm just
no, I'm-
slamming Kit Kats,
I'm
man.
not. I'm
I'm
not. I'm
just
not.
But that's
slamming
what
them,
Preston
man.
does. He just
I'm-
slams
I'm
through
not,
his
I'm
Kit
not
Kats
pointing it, but I was like, I was just.
and his English muffins.
I was
Slinging some-
rushing them. So that's that. I think Kit Kats might actually be my number one. Twix are a very
A joke from Austin Shelton.
Yeah.
Do you like Reese's?
See,
I know Miles likes Reese's.
they're just not.
I know
like,
Gavin likes Reese's.
They're very Reese's peanut butter cups are very
Yeah,
hit or
that's
miss sometimes. I don't like Reese's like
I have to be in the mood.
pieces.
Dude, you know what's fire?
I hate Reese's
You
pieces.
know what's fire that Reese's has?
What?
They're
You're not talking about their chocolate bar, are you?
no. The Take 5.
Yeah.
The Take 5 is whack.
It's
Fucking whack. They're like we put in 5 flavors because you can't handle 6. And I was like, motherfucker, we can't handle any of this. We can't handle it. It's just it's the most mid.
No, the Reese's Thins are top
The
tier.
Reese's Thins. And no, you know what they have though? What are they freaking called?
Honestly,
Not the
anything is
not the
top
Take
tier.
5. They have the wafer ones. Reese's has a wafer that's like it's two wafer.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think
Yes,
those are great.
and it's no. It's the real light and crunchy ones, and it's like it's chocolate on the outside, and then it's 2 wafers, and it's a layer of peanut butter in between.
Okay.
They're fire. It's like a Kit Kat with peanut butter in it. It's insane,
I don't. It's just like some.
dude. Now I want to go to the store.
Okay, but
I
like,
want to go get.
why does Reese's have so many forms? Let's talk about that. Like they have.
Okay,
a-
for
advertisement?
First of all, Reese's peanut butter cereal, whack.
Whoa. Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs because
Filled
they're
with
just-
different
because-
flavors.
Because they're just a weird like there are 2 different colored cereal, but they're not different flavors.
Cut your tongue.
There is not one that is chocolate and one that is peanut butter. They are both like a weird half chocolate, half peanut butter, but not not
dare
in
you.
2 parts of a whole, but like it's half a peanut butter flavor and half of a.
Tell me
It's weak.
one cereal commercial that has that iconic of a theme song.
I don't care about commercials. I care about the taste of the cereal.
Well, you know what? Most people care about Reese's Puff. Reese's Puff.
Dude, Reese's ads now are so annoying. that dude that's like,
Okay,
wow, Reese's,
question.
did you wake up looking like this? And it's
Question.
like, what is this guy? He's got this like, how do you mix Reese and Riz together? He's got that Reese. Dude, he's trying to Riz up a freaking Reese's bar. It's like these commercials are mad whack.
Wait, before you ask your question, wait, go ahead, Anna.
What were you gonna say? Because you now said before you ask your question.
Well,
Go ahead.
So as y'all know, I'm from Harrisburg, PA. If y'all even knew that. So I live like near Hershey Park, right? And then there's this like Hershey factory where you get to create your own chocolate. I bought a giant Reese's peanut butter cup, and I told myself, this is when I was like in like middle school.
You're saying giant.
Like I mean like a giant Reese's peanut butter cup.
me how giant it was.
Like this big, and it was thick. That's what I mean. It was a giant Reese's peanut butter cup, and I bought it and I put it in my freezer. And I told myself, because I convinced my aunt Denise to let me get it. I was like, I'm not like I really need it. Like it's gonna be so good, and like I can like cut it and I can share it with people. And so I put it in the freezer, and I took like one large ass piece, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm finishing it. I ate a giant Reese's peanut butter cup in a day. I will never do that again.
Bro, that's wild.
I will never do that
Listen,
again.
here's the thing. I'm a huge.
What made you decide to do that, Miles?
Sometimes
It's curiosity. I just want to see if I can do it.
That's man shit. You're like, I just gotta commit. I just gotta see. This might kill me, but for science, I've just gotta see if I can do it.
Was it like filled with the peanut butter, or was it like the empty shell? Like, you know when you buy large chocolate, like
No, it's like
Easter
filled
egg
with the
first-
peanut butter.
how many cans of peanut butter was in there?
I don't know, but the calorie was crazy.
You might consume like
How old are you?
1,000 calories.
Oh
Dude, how
my
big is
God.
this thing again?
Like, oh my, where's my phone? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Like a measurement, cause this big.
No, is it like the size of a pizza?
I would say size of like a mini pizza.
Like the size of like a personal pan pizza?
Yeah. Well, no. I think it's a tad bit bigger than that. Hold up.
Okay, so like a. Dude, that's big. You ate the whole thing in a day? Wait, is that what you're saying to me? Are you serious? I low-key tuned out for that part. Wait, you consumed a bigger than personal pan pizza Reese's peanut butter cup in a day?
Maybe it just seemed bigger because you were smaller. Maybe it wasn't that big.
Dude,
Oh.
you did. That's fucking insane. What?
Yes.
Hey, give me that.
Okay, but like how like
Oh my god. Can I
How
get a
thick is it?
scale?
As big as a pie.
how thick is it though? Like it's
Oh my god.
let me see.
It's a fucking pizza.
You
like a little
ate that whole thing.
It's like a Little Caesar's pizza. You ate that in a
Miles,
day?
there's no way.
I did.
Miles.
I had no
Miles.
shame, man.
Miles,
would have had to be
Miles,
sick
that
after
is-
that.
I was.
Miles, that
Were you
is
sick?
fucking-
You weren't vomiting or anything?
No, it was when I was young. Like as my grandma used to say, he's a growing boy.
Dude, you get busted for slamming the whole thing in 24 hours. What did your parents say?
Yeah, that's
I don't think they ever knew.
What?
Because this was at the time where my dad moved out and lived in my
When you notice
But-
if an entire pizza was gone for you ordered a full pizza tonight, and when you come back tomorrow night, the whole thing is gone. Are you just gonna forget that you ordered the pizza?
I mean, it was in the freezer. You don't really open the freezer all that much. You know?
Okay.
So if it was only 24 hours,
Low-key.
they probably didn't check the freezer for 24 hours.
Enough fire for the whole thing.
I had
my God.
I had to see it. Have you all saw that meme where like it's like the dog, he's sitting there and like it's this meme of like 300 chicken nuggets.
What?
And it was like the caption was like like the bro died after consuming 299 nuggets. He said, "Bro, how'd you miss the last one?" Yo, that's the funniest meme I've ever seen, bro. How do you eat 200? Okay, I know. I'm not the one to talk.
I understand the logic here. It's like if you're not gonna eat 9 nuggets.
Yeah,
You're gonna eat 10th nugget. How do you get all the way to 299 and not go? Well, fuck it. There's one more I gotta eat. No, it's actually insane.
You're already committed, so you might as well.
you might as well finish it off.
That is, isn't that actually insane?
That's
How
insane.
that logic holds up with chicken nuggets with any value. It's like, if you're gonna eat 11,000 chicken nuggets, don't stop on 10,999. You pussy. Eat the last nugget.
He died.
He died before he got the last nugget.
What a legend.
And no matter what value it is, if you tapped out after 9 nuggets, I'd be like, are you gonna leave the last one? I never thought of it like that. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy chicken nugget logic.
Yo.
You gotta commit to the full thing. If you commit to 299 nuggets, you can't eat 298.
A 3.4, a 3.4 ounce, a 30. Okay. It's a massive version of their famous. Okay, we know that. It's huge. I'm talking about a 9-inch diameter pie that comes in a whopping 3.5 pounds. When you consider that a single Reese's peanut butter cup is about 1.5 ounces.
So
you
that
realize
day,
you need about 37 peanut butter cups and equals this monstrous dessert. And yes, I've definitely been waiting for something like this in all my life. So have I, brother.
so that day you've gained 3 pounds of Reese's peanut butter cups in your
3
system.
pounds of peanut butter and chocolate.
And I live to tell the day.
You're live.
Lord.
Live.
Fucking outstanding.
And look at me. Work it out, man. I worked out them pounds a long
Crazy.
time ago. I would never do that
That
again.
is.
That sounds miserable.
the
How
fact
were
that
you
you're-
feeling after?
No, sometimes
Bro,
I get it though.
kid.
Like I have a little bit of an addictive personality, so if there was something like M&M, dude, I would just slam like you could just like put a bag of
Right.
M&Ms in the room, and I'm just
Oh,
going back.
especially the mini ones.
But don't you feel some sort of way after you're
Slam.
done slamming?
No, because
them?
I had a crazy sweet.
Like-
I had a crazy sweet tooth.
Like post dessert.
I don't know. I feel
No,
that.
post dessert
Clarity.
shame and
Post-
post dessert just like
post dessert clarity.
dude, it is post dessert shame. Listen, there should be
I get
shame in eating
post-dessert
this
shame.
crap.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Poison.
Especially, how old were you when you did this? Like 12?
Dude, I had to get myself off of that by just getting myself away from sugar because I was addicted to sugary stuff for so long.
Yeah.
I get that.
Especially
No,
sugary drinks. I would crush sodas and teas. And it was the point where I was like, I just have like flavoring for my water now because I'm not consuming all the caffeine and I'm at least drinking water. Like, yeah, it's kind of cheating, but like, whatever. I don't really care.
I mean, at least you're not consuming a whole bag of M&Ms every sit.
I'm obsessed with like water. Like I've always been obsessed with water. I don't like.
Mhm.
You can give me honestly, real shit. If you gave me like a pack of water, like that shit would be gone like in a week. Like I drink water like crazy, which I'm
Pack of how many bottles?
like
4?
what's like a large size.
Oh, okay.
So how many? Was that?
24.
Yeah, 24.
Oh my
Did
God,
you
are
hear
you
my
serious?
question?
What was it?
How old were you when you ate the Reese
I think I
pie?
was about 12 or 11.
12.
Dude, that's hysterical. I got another crime alert.
Yeah,
A robbery occurred at the intersection of
Oh, yeah.
Cherryway and Boulevard.
that was like a while ago.
I once had like a really bad sugar experience because I got a bag of candy at a certain point and I decided to eat all of that candy
Fire.
and I just felt so sick. And when I was drinking like normal water,
Mm-hmm.
it tasted sweet because of how much candy and sugar I consumed.
I mean that's. I had to get myself off that for real.
Like that was the worst that I've ever.
Yeah,
Miles, get that mic a little closer. To
Oh,
you, sir.
yeah.
Are we still good on everything? Okay.
Yeah, because I know at some points like it just gets kind of gross. Like lately, it's just been like, okay, I'm eating this. Like,
Yeah.
like one time Moe's got really gross. Like I was eating it and I was looking at myself. I was like, I can't do this no more.
I got that with condadas.
I'm
one
doing-
point in the summer when I was working extra shifts. I was like, I can't touch another condadas taco ever in my life. then I got off of it, and like I work like twice a week now,
Mm,
and I can eat the tacos at work, and they're actually still good. I actually still like them.
that's good.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
For me, it's like chicken. As of recently, I feel like my protein of choice is chicken. I'm sick.
Yo,
and
low key,
tired
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna
eating-
go.
of eating chicken.
Oh, sure. In the middle of the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food real quick.
I mean, that was kind of the point of the podcast.
Yeah, at midnight apartment extravaganza.
Yeah. I was gonna start.
I texted Jeremiah, and he was like, "Oh, did I miss it? I'm sorry." And I was like, "You didn't miss anything." I was like, "We're rolling.
Right.
We're just going."
Oh yeah, the alien body.
Is that real?
Apparently.
I was about to say. Kevin said.
So
no.
it is not real. It's just like a viral skit.
Dude, someone's just fucking around.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone's fucking around and finding out. That's what they're doing.
But they're pretty smart for it, you know? Everyone wants to know about the aliens.
No, it's like different human bones and
Oh, it's a different
llama-
subspecies of.
a llama skull with like
No, someone just put
Oh, someone literally just did arts and crafts.
with.
They said it was real aliens from. How did they get
well,
away
no,
with?
it was arts and crafts from 1,000 years ago.
Oh.
So that's still kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
It's like an archaeological find. Like he found stuff before. Like he found like a child, a mummified child, and he said it was an alien.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
cool.
now I feel like now is a good time to do something dumb like that, or put it out there, especially with
I mean,
NASA.
He went in front of the Mexican Congress or the equivalent
Mm-hmm.
of their Congress.
Yeah.
It was like, hey.
Apparently what was the headline like about the aliens in space? Wasn't it confirmed that there's other life out there? Wasn't that the headline?
They said that there is a planet out there that is potentially could house life because of the chemical makeup
Uh huh.
of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a telescope was able to read the things of the planet and it was similar to ours. They think it's a water world.
That's pretty cool.
You know how many planets there are that could technically
Yeah.
house humans?
You know, as a kid,
I think it's like they said it's like in the entire universe like 80 billion.
like,
That's
isn't
still
that
a
like
lot.
just insane? Like, I always picture well, not always. When I was a kid, when I would think about like, space, I was just like, so like you just kind of float in like a dark void, and you can go up or down forever.
Mm.
And that was just such a.
You can only go side to side.
So it was a crazy. Why can't you go up and down?
Because
Because
I think gravity.
because time space. No one's gonna hear this. Sorry, viewers. Dropping my science bomb on y'all. Time space is like a flat. it's a
Continuum.
flat here. Yeah, pass me the mic, sir.
Time space is a flat. It's
I'm stuck.
it's kind of weird, really. It's like a
Here we go. I got it.
Not the
We're good.
bit.
You can.
I.
What is this?
No, it's like,
It's like a cover.
You can't go up or down in space because like time space is a flat thing.
But like that makes no sense.
So like okay, it's like
if I look up and I
gravity-
move my body up, I'm going up. You know
yes,
what I mean?
but that's also relative to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
There could be an up or a down
Right.
technically, but it's all just linear.
So like,
movement.
what happens if like I go up in space? Do I just?
So all that's happening is that like time space is flat and gravity is imagine it's like a trampoline
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing on the trampoline, and then you take a
So
big,
you're telling me
and
there's gonna be a-
hold on, and then you take a big medicine ball and you put it in the middle of the trampoline and it bends.
Uh-huh.
That's what gravity. That's all gravity is.
That's kind of how like
Gravity is a heavy object with mass weighing down
yeah.
space time, and that's why things are in an orbit because they're falling in
Mm-hmm.
to this object, but also their own gravity is helping keep them in place. So that's all it is.
Yeah, so like I guess I learned nothing in school, and I still it's just the concept of space is just still so foreign to me. I don't know why. As a kid, I couldn't wrap my head around it, but even now, like I'm just more confused when we started this topic.
I mean, it's kind of interesting if you think about like Interstellar and like their theory on like a wormhole, right? Like, was it like the wrapping of a Like if you're bending a piece of paper and you punctured a hole, that would be like considered like a wormhole, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. That you if you can
So you're telling
if you
me
can
like,
add enough mass to
Yeah.
space time, you can bend it. So you can take the sheet of paper
Mm-hmm.
and you can turn it into this, and then all of a sudden you can travel
Through like
incredible distances
Yeah.
in the universe by creating a wormhole and going through it.
which like when you look at like movies like Star Wars and they're going to
Right.
hyperdrive and you see how like the field of vision is like bending, it's because
Yes,
they're like
that's because they're actually traveling faster than light, so
Yeah.
light appears really slow, and then they shoot off into like whatever that wormhole is, like they're creating between two very distant points. In
so you're telling me that if I were to possibly end up in space, and if I were to possibly try to travel up, there would be some sort of force limiting me to a certain, like, I'm sure it's going to be like thousands of light years or, hundreds of thousands,
I mean,
millions of light
it's
years.
not like from what I understand it to be, is it's not like there isn't like an up or a down. Like
So
it's
like if I'm in space, I can't physically go up or down. I have to stay in this linear.
well, yeah, because you're gonna
that's what's happening.
Right.
because-
That's crazy.
you're like being pulled by like
I mean, like you can go,
you can go
per
up, but you're not
se.
really
but it's all just a straight line, no matter how you look at it. Like you're not really going over the river and through the woods to get.
wish you
That might be a really bad explanation, but that's what I'm thinking. Is like
But that was like my concept of space up until now. I thought you could just float freely around wherever you please.
I mean, you can as long as
You-
you don't hit shit.
yeah like but like
I meant like up and down, sideways, diagonal.
if you
From a perspective, yes, you can, but
So now I'm confused.
like okay like if you think of like a blanket, right? And so like we're okay like Carson's holding a
Anna's
blanket.
saying like so.
Like I understand like the whole gravity
there's no
in the
thick,
bowl.
there's no thickness to it.
Yeah.
From what I've been told is like when you look at it, when you actually look at it in simulations, and you actually simulate the universe, it's a big flat.
I think this is a sign that I need to go to the Carnegie Science Museum because clearly I don't know anything about space.
Well, because there's also a theory of like there's a theory that because we know that and this is I don't don't even fact check me. I'm just gonna go. There's different speculations on like the universe from the Big Bang or whatever exploded into existence as this very hot, very infinitely dense point that explodes into like a crazy hot like goo of particles that cooled down and formed everything that's in the universe. But where was I even going with the
I'm
story?
not sure.
we went too far.
We did go too far. What was
You
it?
had me at goop of particles.
Oh, like we want to think of it as like just expanding outwards like this
Yeah.
in a circle.
Like
But
I
there is
understand, like, the
theories of like other shapes that the universe could be expanding into.
right.
So that might be why you can't necessarily go like up and down.
So there is some sort of force limiting me for like travel then, essentially.
It's not there. It's not like there's a wall that
Because
you
when
can't
I think of
go
space,
past.
I think of space. You know what I mean? Like I don't think of any like physical objects
Well,
limiting my pathway.
you're
So
not-
There is some sort of force that's keeping me in this flat.
You're not heavy enough to feel it.
Yeah, it's not like a thing that we see. We see it as there being up and down,
Right.
but that's not really how it is.
It's relative.
Like it's all based on your perspective. Like
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Based on my perspective, if like I were standing quote unquote upright,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd try to go as high up above my head as I can.
Yeah.
And go as further down as I can.
so you can go like out of orbits of planets and such, but there's not like a. I don't know. It's weird to explain. Like there's not like a width to the.
So there is no like vertical passageway.
There is no, but there isn't because there's nothing above it.
Yeah. So
That's a terrible. I honestly.
but
Part
like
of me doesn't
the
know how to answer your question. I just
I mean, it's
I-
kind of like water per se.
no, it's water.
so the galaxy
Sure.
that we are in,
Yeah.
like there's still an up and down in the galaxy because the galaxy itself is a space.
Sure.
It's
sure.
a
So
home to many
you,
planets.
So you can go up and down, but it doesn't.
But like a few billion light years up,
Like-
there probably has to be some sort of force, right? I can't
No.
just like
because it's hypothetically expanding in that direction.
so it is expanding up and down vertically, or is it horizontally?
But you have to think of like I don't know. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it, but it's like
I don't know. I'm still confused. About
That I don't probably know how to answer.
Like,
that. I don't
you
know how
could-
to explain it.
You could keep going up, but
It
like
doesn't change the fact that you're you're always on that flat
yeah,
plane.
Right.
because it's
The galaxy that we're in.
yeah, like
That's
like
everything though. It's more than just the galaxy. It's everything.
for our brains to be able to comprehend, we're going up. That's like our brains to comprehend. But you're still on this flat line. Like the universe is like this flat line sheet,
That's crazy to me.
And that's why you can bend it. Hypothetically, you can bend it
and then you
to
can.
travel very large distances of space.
And that's like that was like the whole thing about Interstellar. Like the black guy, I forget the actor's name, but him bending the piece of paper and having a pencil and puncturing a hole.
Yeah.
They stole that shit from a 90s sci-fi movie.
Did they really?
The
they
paper
did.
pencil move.
Damn,
Damn. That's a fire move. Though.
that was a fire movie.
That's a fire move.
Yeah, so space is fascinating. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid.
Oh, I
It's
wanted.
honestly a sick profession for people to want to have, though.
I
I'm
want-
definitely not smart enough to be there.
Because nowadays the kids are like, I want to be a TikToker and a YouTuber, and it's like, Jesus
Yeah, no.
Christ, we're
TikToker.
fucked.
I
Or it's
wanted.
over for us.
I wanted to be an astronomer when I was younger,
That's fire.
or a race car driver.
That's also dope.
Yeah, very
Polar opposite career
Polar
choice.
opposite. But now I do theater. I love it. I don't know. Maybe
There's
I
no way of. Yeah.
I could play
this
astronomer.
This is a good topic. What did you want to be, Carson, when you were younger?
I wanted to be a historian at some point.
I can
Oh, I
see
see
that.
I still
that.
really do love history.
You can still do that.
Wait, do you see
I see
a clip from Shane Gillis's new special? Did I send you this? Where he was like, I'm a bit of a history buff, which, yeah, that means early onset Republican.
My older,
That's so true, though.
It's so true, dude. It's so true.
my,
No, but I'm not afraid of that. I was a history buff, so I wanted to be like a history professor or some sort of historian.
I can see
And then there was a point where I was figuring out that maybe I wanted to try out like the media stuff. So I was originally thinking like film production and directing. So I was gonna essentially be in Copa. And then for some reason I just didn't ever go through with that. And then I went into multimedia. And then I went to SAM. And now I'm in broadcast production. And I don't even want to use it.
College in the USA.
That's what I wanted to do. I don't think there was any other ones that were. I think like the historian was the first one that I was like genuinely like kind of passionate about. I still like history a lot.
my older brother and I are like really close in age, so I feel like at a certain point in time, I remember that I would just like tailgate whatever he wanted to do. So like at one point, he wanted to be like an
I gotta
archaeologist.
check my.
And he bought like mummy kits and everything.
Yeah,
and, like he
yeah.
had a whole bunch of like ancient Egypt books and like, you
Mhm.
know, mummies and stuff. He was really into that. And then he was really obsessed with Wally. He had a Wally obsession. And I still love Wally for that reason, just because my older brother, like he goes all the way out. When he has an obsession, he commits to it.
As he should.
But then he also like leaves it. Like he'll have a phase and like fully commit and then move on to the next thing. So he had like a life-size Wally that we bought from Toys R Us that was like this big. And I think we still have it somewhere in our basement.
That's cool.
That was really cute.
That was a good. That was a very cool story. Like it's something very scary.
I
about
love it. It's
like,
so cute.
A post-apocalyptic world where
I said I love it. It's so cute.
I did too. Like how like the Pixar universes is like all one timeline.
I love Pixar. Like it's just so I don't know.
It's
Even the Ants movie is fun.
It's Bugs Life.
Yeah.
It's weirdly meta. Like in a creepy way, it's kind of meta.
But it was like childhood, like growing up, like yeah, it's
Yeah.
so nostalgic, and also the storylines were just so like you didn't hear about a bug story anywhere else. You know what I
A
mean?
Bugs Life.
Old school Disney Pixar was completely unmatched.
Like who thought of like portraying insects to children and be like,
So actually, there's
Yeah.
an interesting story about that. The guy who made and like the Ants movie was the guy who originally coined A Bug's Life, but Pixar got Bug's Life and DreamWorks did the Ants movie. So because the guy who did the Ants movie created DreamWorks, he was like one of the head honchos of that. So we would not have gotten
Bug's Life.
DreamWorks
Dreamworks.
if it wasn't for like him feeling like Pixar stole his bug movie. Isn't that interesting?
Interesting.
We wouldn't have Shrek. We wouldn't have Kung Fu Panda.
My
We wouldn't
gosh.
have How
Kung
to
Fu
Train Your
Panda
Dragon.
and Shrek.
Kung Fu Panda was a banger.
I love Kung Fu Panda. And
Word.
Shrek. Like Shrek is just Shrek, you know?
Oh, dude, you know what? This is on the topic of like television and TV shows
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But there's a movie that's on Netflix that I really want to watch. It's called Vice.
Why is that so familiar?
Vice.
It's about Dick Cheney
Dick Cheney.
after 9/11.
Oh, I've seen that.
Is it good?
It is really good.
Okay, because it's like Sam Rockwell
Mhm.
and George Bush. And he was
Where's your mic?
Yeah. It's crazy. Huh?
Where is your mic, sir?
My mic is not on me. I'm making rum.
But yeah.
What?
I don't know. I had like a interior designer phase. I also wanted
You
to
could still
be-
do that.
I could still do that if I wanted to. I wanted to be a nurse. Like every high school girl wanted to be a nurse at a certain point.
I get that. That's pretty
Oh.
valid.
I wanted to be an optometrist. Also,
What that is, refresh.
eyeglass, eye
yeah.
doctor.
Mm.
Honestly, that's kind of on the back burner for me. If this psych thing doesn't work out, I might just pursue optometry. Because I was like, I want to be a doctor, but I don't want to cut anyone. So I was like, which profession is sort of in the medical field?
Go in and perform surgery on someone's eye.
No, I don't want to do that.
Why didn't ask a specific thing?
But also, they don't bleed. So like that's interesting.
What eyes?
No, they do bleed. Like if
Do
you
they?
pop a vessel, they bleed. But like the eye, it's so
It's just jelly.
yeah.
But,
Same thing with the brain. I would be a brain surgeon because you just have to go through the skull and the skin,
as a
but
very
the brain itself doesn't
Brother,
bleed.
You just have to go through that school is a crazy statement when you just said brain surgeon.
If I were to be a surgeon, I would be a brain surgeon.
you have to be very.
You have to be very good.
very good. Not just anyone can be a brain surgeon. So
Yeah.
respect. Shout out brain surgeon.
So Miles, I got you. If my psych degree doesn't work out, I'll go get my brain surgery
Great.
surgeon degree.
Go ahead.
I'll do my brain surgery certificate.
You can keep doing your Copa musical theater. I got you.
Appreciate
I'll
you.
be the breadwinner.
Walk. Appreciate you. That's what I was thinking about.
Well, we're talking about careers, right?
No, don't get mad.
Who said I'm mad?
I didn't. I don't know your
You're
face.
on air, sir.
I know.
Okay.
This is what the apartment's all about. It's about the real life.
We did not. Why are you stop doing this? We did not agree on that name. It's a goofy name.
That's what it's all about. It's about showing the realness.
Mm.
No, don't. Hi.
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 I'm trying to think of what other ambitions I had. I don't know if I had any other ambitions.
Fashion designer.
Well, yeah. But
Influencer.
no.
You.
I was flirting with the idea, but I wouldn't want to be an influencer.
Why not?
I would only want to be an influencer if I become famous and then I get monetized and I'm like publicized. Then I would be an influencer. I
mean,
don't want to like try to be an influencer, if you know what I mean.
I mean, everyone had to try to be an influencer to be an influencer.
Not really. Some people just like got famous. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
I just got famous for any particular reason, then I would monetize my name and my brand or whatever. But I'm not gonna like try to strive to be an influencer.
But like at that point, you can get you can get famous from something, but you have to keep like
yeah.
stepping up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like oh yeah, and I'm still as of lately, I'm considering going into business.
Not you should.
Maybe as like a minor, possibly, but yeah. So like I would just monetize my name and my brand if I ever were to get famous for something. But
Mhm.
I'm not gonna pursue being an influencer because that's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and honestly doesn't seem very fun watching them like try to climb up and try to reach that fame. Cause like there's gonna be thousands of influencers, only like 5 of them are gonna really be up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's valid.
So, I mean, at least that's how I see it. And you have to have a niche. I don't really have a niche.
Obi fashion.
Yeah, but I have to like indulge myself. I haven't really indulged in it enough for it to be my niche.
I feel you. That's valid.
So, yeah.
Why?
I could no. So if I were to start, okay, this is like jumping topics a little bit. But
Okay.
if I were to start a YouTube channel, it would be pranking Carson and bringing in as many plants as I possibly can. And just like every episode, it would just be an exotic plant. of
I'm
some sort.
waiting for you to grow a pineapple tree.
Well, it's growing. It's of growing. Or like I would just repurpose. I would just repurpose any plant or like fruit that I can, and just like every day it would just be an additional pot, just like using up the square footage of this apartment. That's what the YouTube would be. That's what I would do. That would be my niche. It didn't even happen,
So
yo.
many plants.
So, but I think that's funny. I don't know if a lot of people find it funny. So again, I don't know if I have a niche.
If I was a YouTuber, I probably would have done like YouTube with my best friends Dominic, Shamar, and Evan, and we would probably be like,
You guys would just be doing random shit.
we would be funny as heck. We'll probably be like, we'll be like probably like a mix between RDC, AMP.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'd also do social experiments because I feel like that would be fun.
No, don't
Just
be the
coming up to
social
people.
experience.
No, but like you would just come up to people and then just like force them to do something. Not
Yeah,
really
no one
forced.
likes that person.
But the videos would be entertaining.
Would they?
Like, hey,
Or just like ask them questions. Like I like that one vlogger, whoever he was. Like I like the concept of his vlogs where he just comes up to people, asks them random questions about politics or whatnot.
I don't know. I personally
on the
like,
street stuff is it's
But that's the thing, you get the fun of like the reaction from
Is that my
everyone,
charger?
and you don't know what
really-
to expect.
I think it's your charger. That's
Yeah.
not mine.
Thank you.
But it's like my thing with the on the street stuff is it's really
It's dangerous.
it's dishonest.
What do you mean?
Like the questions are always so loaded and gotcha
Mm-hmm.
and like
Oh.
so like binary based, like good versus evil, and it's this weird thing where they're just trying to catch someone giving a hot take
Right.
so that they can use it to get clicks. And it's always struck me as something of like, this is not a way to gauge how most people actually feel
Right.
on this issue by taking the one that was the most over the top and absurd.
But I think also like sometimes I feel when they do these like on the street, let me ask these young people like questions about continents, about Africa and everything, and they don't.
Those are
know.
funny.
They're
I like those.
they're funny, but it kind of like that's a little embarrassing.
But that's like a reality check, I feel like.
You'd be surprised.
I'm not
You gotta know the basics. Of
I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy on like downtown, this guy downtown Wood Street stopped me, and it was like one of them voters, right? So he stopped me with a question. He was like, "What state starts with the letter blah blah?" And I was literally like, he really put me on the spot. I had no idea. I was on my way to class or going back home. I don't remember. But like it's entertaining though. Like you like because you don't think about those things on the daily. So it's like you actually have to stop and think about some of them. So I find it interesting.
But like sometimes like what people say about like I watch this YouTube channel Love Live Serve. I don't agree with everything they say sometimes per se. That's not important. Anyway, I love them. I think they're hilarious. But anyway, they're asking like these kids in LA about like Africa and the continent, and some people were like mentioning like states of the U.S. as like names in like the continent and like countries in Africa. I'm like, y'all, now come on, that's basic.
Is it though?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say that like in my of
Okay.
America. Oh yeah, we're talking about Africa.
No, but but the fact that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't mix those.
Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna say that I only learned the African continent in high school. Like before that, it was all based on American history, American, European at most.
Yeah, but you should at
So
least
like
know that.
honestly, American educational system, we don't really like branch out on other people's cultures or countries or whatnot.
And that's
like maybe there's a chapter and we talk about the names, but we don't really go into detail.
But that's the thing, like.
Whereas like other world,
You should at least know like 6 or like 4 like countries in Africa, like Nigeria. Everyone knows Nigeria. There's no way you're not gonna get Nigeria. Madagascar. There's a whole movie about Madagascar. South Africa. Zimbabwe. Like you should know all these states or all these like countries. Like
Chad.
You should know that.
Chad's a fire one.
I probably
Chad.
like if I would have to sit
Sierra
down
Leone.
and think about it.
But like but like
I know I should. I'm just saying like based
Yeah.
on like what I was taught.
to name every country in Africa.
I don't think you name every country. Like I can't name every country, but you should at least know like 6
Sure, you should
at the
know-
most, or like even 3 at the most.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like
You should know a certain number of them. You should know a certain number of European countries. Know a certain number of Middle Eastern countries.
no, agreed. Like I just think it's crazy. Like when some of these like kids like they just don't like not most of them aren't even kids sometimes. Like they're probably like
our age.
Yeah,
They're,
like-
they're way too grown to not be knowing where Antarctica is
and
on
they
the map.
and like no like
Okay, but like
disrespect,
that is like basic knowledge, like continent.
But you know what? That's
Everyone's
not on
our
them.
continent.
But
I'm
I'd be
saying
On
like-
the school system, public school system.
I see these people not knowing it though, so that's why I'm saying we should go back to it because I see.
And I
Like,
agree.
you
Like
should know.
honestly, I moved a lot. So like I went from one curriculum. Like I moved schools 7 times during like my school system.
I get it.
And a lot of times, well, not a lot of times. Like a few years, I was homeschooled, so I wasn't even learning anything. You know. So like for me, like my education level is a lot lower than you would expect. And I didn't learn a lot of the crucial things that I was supposed to learn as a kid. And not to add, like, not to, you know, I'm bilingual. So, like, my experience growing up, like, I had to learn 2 languages, 2 cultures, 2 everything. So, like, and that's also an interesting thing. Like, when you are bilingual, you would think that the person's really smart, but really your brain is, like, split in 50-50. You know some knowledge in one culture, one language, and you know some knowledge in another culture, another language.
That's
Like your info
that's
is
valid.
limited.
That's a good point.
That's valid.
At least that's how it is in my experience. Of course, there's linguistics who are like, you know.
Yeah, like that's their whole job, or career. But like, I don't know. I just think there's certain things that like, but again, it's the school system. Like, it's the school system, and I say that, and obviously that's more complex.
Yeah.
It's an umbrella of like, quote unquote. That's not really a hot take. I think everyone in America kind of agrees that the public school systems, depending on what state you are, kind of suck. Florida. But like, it's just like that's a little. It's a little. But also, I can understand if you're like in front of a camera, and like you have these people come up to you, ask you questions, and like mind you, like these kids are like at a fair. They're not thinking about that. You know what I mean? They're thinking about like, let me go on this ride, or let me, I don't know, go into this mirror room or whatever. But like even still, like you should be able to name like 6 countries in Africa. You should be able to name like 6 countries in Europe and in like in Asia. Like it don't gotta be perfect. At least know 3. But Egypt, you should know Egypt.
You gotta be at least like. We have, assuming there are borders on the map. We're not just like.
Oh yeah, I mean.
If there are borders on the map, yeah, then I can find Egypt.
But again, I get it. You know, but that's the thing that sucks is I think especially is that there's a lot of teachers, a lot of younger teachers who give up on kids compared to like a lot of older teachers. Because a lot of older teachers, they've been through it. You know what I mean? That's the thing about teaching. I think. Yeah, most. Right, like exactly. The best teachers are like the older ones in some degree. Like, because like they know, okay, they have to work with certain people and like they know how to work with those people. But like it's unfortunate that like a lot of teachers tend to like, not all of them, but there are teachers who give up on these students, and it's sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Like, I was blessed enough that, like, I went to school where my teachers never gave up on me. No matter how angry I got, no matter how, like, difficult I got, or even my brother, like, they never gave up on, like, us. And, like, if they would have gave up on me, statistically, I could have been, like,
You could have been a statistic.
yeah, I really could have. Like, I really could have been just not given I might not have been here. Real shit. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, America's, like, school system is just, like, it's not the best. But there's a lot of school systems out here that are not that good. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, the problem is, like, education-wise, but, like, another school that's, like, their education is great, but, like, maybe they have, like, a big bullying problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, you know, it's all pros and cons, but I think that's the thing about America is that, like, we don't push that enough. I don't think we push, like, education or, like, healthy educational environments for low-income students
Mm-hmm.
who tend to be black because, like, you know, in black neighborhoods and everything.
Yeah.
Stop giving up on these kids, man. Like, stop. Mm-hmm. Like, they only know how to survive. And that's another thing is that it tends to be a lot of, like, you have a lot of, like, kids who are raising kids. You know what I mean? Like, teenage pregnancy and everything. These kids haven't even fully developed. They haven't fully, like, grown. And then they're having children, and then they're raising kids. Mm-hmm. It's a cycle. It's a cycle, and it's, like, it's disappointing. And all we can do is just, like, it's something. I'm kind of an advocate for, like, waiting on marriage. Like, I'm very much an advocate for that stuff because, like, I don't want to get married until I feel like I'm ready to get married. I don't want to have children until I feel like I'm ready to have children. And if I don't, and for me, I'm very much like, I know I don't have the maturity right now, so I'm not gonna force myself to do that. Just because that's, like, the way just because that's, like, society pushing, like, the narrative of, oh, you need to go to school, then you need to get married, then you need to have children. Like, it's a cycle, but it's, like, that's not necessarily true because, like, a lot of times, a lot of these people, even though they might have gone through college and everything, yet they have trauma too that they give to the children because that's the only way they've learned. So it's all a cycle, man. Yeah. You gotta be very very, very conscious on, like, what you give. Like, there's this song from Into the Woods, Sondheim musical. Children will listen. Like, careful the things you say, children will see and learn. That is so true.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But even when you think they're not listening, they're listening. Yep. Even when you think they're not seeing, they're not watching, they're watching. Mm-hmm. You have to be so, like, that's why I know I'm just not ready to have children because I need to work out a lot of stuff before I feel comfortable putting someone in this world and raising them. I want to be patient enough because I know right now I'm not a patient person. I can be patient to a point, like, there's at certain points in my life where I get very, like, emotional and anxious where I cannot be patient, and I'm trying to figure out to find those tools to be patient, you know. Dang, we went from, like, burgers to mental health.
Took a while for us to get to those two.
Took a while, but oh yeah, aliens was
yeah.
Space. We talked about, like, space for, like, 20 minutes.
Explain things I clearly don't really understand all that well.
This ninja's eating, like, eating like mac and cheese.
Ramen. I'm slamming ramen right now.
Cheese ramen.
Sorry, folks. I don't think they can hear this. I think the phantom power blocks all that out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the phantom power. It's so fire. It's like, make
that's the podcast name, Phantom Power. All right, that's the last time I'm making that joke, y'all.
Can we please? We're just gonna get a clip of Miles trying to come up with podcast names, and we're gonna clip it and make it into a little video, and then we're gonna have people vote on it, and then that's what we'll do next year. Is we'll rebrand the show.
There you go.
Actually, we'll do one episode of Bagels Podcast, and we'll just.
What, bagels?
You'll have to help me plan because I have no idea what to do.
Cream cheese bagels. We'll have bagel
Is it
sandwiches.
just gonna be like a freaking advert, like a what is it called? An infomercial for
Yeah.
bagels. Is that all it's gonna be?
It could be like a mukbang. I think it's mukbang.
I will not do mukbang on this show.
But like,
I draw the line at mukbang. There is some content I will never put on this channel, and that's one of them.
it's not like okay. We're not gonna really do a mukbang, but like we'll probably have our sandwiches right here. We'll have our bagels, and we'll just like be talking and eating.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if it's just like,
Not a mukbang.
no, dude, but like if there's 87 chicken McNuggets on the table, which is a bitch number of chicken nuggets to have, give it on the 10, dude. If there's 90 chicken nuggets on this table, that's a problem for us later.
Tag a friend who will finish this meal for you. It's like the entire like McDonald's double.
Yeah, it's like 2 of everything on the menu. There are low-key some of those that I think I could do, where some of them are like 4, like small burgers, 2 20-piece nuggets, and it's like I might be close to death, but I think I could do it. But this whole thing where it's like, bro goes, I'll be on PlayStation in 5 minutes. I just gotta eat what bro's eating, and it's like a fucking actual mountain of cheeseburgers. It's like Harold and Kumar's order from White Castle: 30 sliders, 4 large cherry cokes, 9 fries. Like, it's so true. Bro's feasting over there before he wants to get on Fortnite. That's what it is.
You know what we should do though?
What
What?
should we do?
We should film our voyage out to a White Castle.
Oh my god, we still have to do it. Listen, we want to do this since freshman year. We never have done it. We want to just go out to a White Castle just because there's no White Castles around here.
No, there isn't.
The closest one's in Ohio. It's like 2 hours away. So I want to make a little trip out, like a little day trip out of it, where we like leave early in the morning. We get down there. We go to Cedar Point or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we go get White Castle on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
You
wanna
make like a
try.
little vlog.
We could vlog it, yeah.
That'd be cute. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. We made a vlog from Orlando. We never did anything with it. The footage is all still just on my hard drive, and it's never been used.
I want to see that.
But to be fair, like, it wasn't very consistent. It was very, which I'm fine with that. Like, it doesn't have to be professional. Like, we've never done it before.
Right.
But I do want to actually, and this one's going to crack you up, but I'm being dead serious, is I want to make a vlog of us playing disc golf. Like, I can bring the camcorder, I can get lav mics, and we could play around,
Okay.
and we could film the whole thing, and we could put it together into a little thing. I think we should do that.
That'd be good.
I think we could do it. One of us just has to man the camera while the other one's throwing, wherever how many people go with us. I think it'd be fun. We should maybe consider doing more vlogs. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big like picture guy. I just kind of like to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where it's too much where I like don't have any pictures of anything.
We can vlog my 23rd birthday.
Which parts of which, you know what I mean? Like I don't want people that are wasted at a party. Probably not.
It could probably be like it could probably be like the like building of the party, like
Sure.
we don't have
Now
to.
it sounds staged.
Yeah.
Now it just sounds staged. Now I was like, let's already script.
We won't. You know what? We won't reveal what that vlog will be, but I got some ideas. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. I hope they're not like your podcast name ideas. I hope there's maybe a slight improvement in that department.
Miles' 23rd birthday podcast.
That would be the name. Your podcast would just be called like a blank podcast, and then every episode you'd just be like, what did I went groceries podcast. And
That's
it's like
people
you
would love that though. They would love that though, Gavin. Wouldn't they love that?
I mean, if it's like just the most outlandish thing, it's just
Yeah.
groceries podcast.
It's like,
Random as shit. You can do.
dude, it's an audio only one, and you just put your phone with a little mic attachment in your shopping cart and a little lav mic on, and just and just like talked shit and just like threw insulted people, like just did crazy stuff.
It'd be funny if you have like a GoPro mount.
A fish lens that everyone's like a ball.
Mic underneath your shirt, so like no one really knows. They just see the GoPro. We could probably like hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Just have it. Just get like one of those sumo wrestler chests.
Oh, see,
This is still
There
a
you
terrible
go.
idea. I mean, this is
$1 million
terrible idea. What are you gonna do?
I
with
think
this?
people. I personally, I think people would be like, "Oh, what's it gonna be today? Oh, brushing your teeth podcast."
How long are these? They just like however long it takes you to do the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
30 seconds. Tying my shoes.
They're just little like shorts. They're just shorts on Instagram. They're just like gifs. Go to bed podcast, and this is like 8 hours of you just sleeping. There's nothing else. Like this is the dumbest podcast of all time.
It sounds like a funny YouTube.
It does actually. It sounds like a funny YouTube channel. Like they just call it like the whatever
You know, it should
podcast.
just be like my YouTube channel.
Yeah, like a T-shirt that just says college. Yeah. I think that'd be great, actually. Wow, we're getting a lot of content ideas, but people are gonna steal them.
Yeah.
Logan
unfortunately.
Paul listens to these. These ideas are gone. We forgot that the Paul brothers and Elon Musk are regular listeners of the show. We're doomed. And yeah, we can't. We're always airing out our plans, and we're losing out on billions. Probably.
Yo, these are patent already, so.
These are not billion-dollar ideas.
These are patent.
these are listen, that one we just came up with is like the everyday is just whatever you're doing. That's actually kind of funny and like shit posty, and like there's a part of it that actually could be kind of hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
but also how many would you do a day? Because if you just record
That's the thing, if you just like pop out your phone.
and sporadically make one.
He's like, today we got
What
McDonald's podcast.
would the shortest one be? Sneeze podcast, and this is a sneeze.
Blink podcast. We're gonna blink. We're
Today, guys, I got the
Hiccup podcast.
This is the dumbest idea we've ever.
Flowering podcast. So today, y'all, I'm gonna do some flowers. We're gonna kill a spider podcast. Like I don't know, going out getting some flowers, getting some plants.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Flowering.
Or gardening podcast.
And a garden. We got to change topics. We're bored. The people are bored. They're sitting there bored because we can't move off of one spot. It's the dumbest idea I've ever heard come up.
I've been staring at my water bottle for the past like hours, and I just want to go up and grab it, and I haven't grabbed it yet. So I'm doing it. I'm doing that right now. So it's gonna be up to Carson to. Oh, perfect.
Producer Gavin.
Thank you.
Is there even anything in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's empty as fuck. The people can't even hear us. We're not even on our mics. We're terrible at this podcasting thing. I call myself a podcaster. I've actually never called myself that. The second you call yourself a podcaster, it's over for you.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan doesn't even call himself a podcaster, probably. He probably says comedian first. You know what I mean? Like,
Or like MMA fighter.
there's something so cringy about just like saying you're a podcaster. Podcast producer? That's fire.
Is that fire?
Yes, because it's like you know things. Like you have to know things in order to produce. I think it's like maybe that's a really weak explanation for that argument, but I guess it's like there's more of a perception of that being like levers, dials,
Right.
Laptop, cameras, that kind of thing.
Oh. No, that's so true. We have our podcast producer, Gavin. Producer Gavin. PG.
It's funny. I tell people that I'll be like, oh, me and Gavin are gonna be a thing for a guest that's never met him,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to explain that Gavin's the producer. But it's always a weird thing where I just expected people know him at this point, but people might not. People might have no idea who producer Gavin is.
Yeah, if y'all don't know who producer Gavin is, y'all suck.
He produced. Damn.
Throw him in the gates. Throw him down the hole, man.
Damn.
PG.
Yeah, some of our viewers caught a stray right there.
Damn.
That's wild. But
I do it.
you can't tell people you're a podcaster. You can't do that.
You can't
I mean, it's a lot cooler than it used to be, but also I feel like, again, during COVID, the market just got so saturated. Like,
Yeah.
everyone did a podcast, and I didn't. And then COVID, and I was like, I'll do it now.
Fresh and Fit's gone.
what a stupid transition.
I was so tempted to like say like another name, but I was like, nah. See,
Oh my gosh.
I can grow.
Fresh and Fit are off of the creator program.
Or,
They're
like,
still on YouTube.
At least they're not like
They're not making
monetized.
their money.
Yeah. Oh well.
They lost all their revenue.
Oh well. Sorry.
They're just internet goobers.
I like the like name goobers because it's like it's not hurtful. It's just like you're just goobers.
She's like, damn, you call me a goober? Damn. That hurts a little bit.
That stings.
It's like being called like knucklehead. It's like, damn, that's just rude.
Right.
But it's so. But there's no. There's only pettiness behind it. You know what I mean?
What goober?
Goober, yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's just like that's why I love it.
Yeah, it's just like.
I love egghead.
Like,
I love
what are
egghead.
you, Sonic the Hedgehog?
No, I love calling people egghead.
I know we've been ignoring the elephant in the room. The reason why I'm so dressed up nice is because I'm going out tonight
Any askers?
to the to the club. To the I know y'all been asking this whole time. I know.
I know the comment section's already full. Why is Miles so dressed up and Carson looks like a freaking like a college student or whatever? I don't know. You could tell that I got trapped in that sentence, and I was like, how do I get out of here?
This is a good podcast. I'm not gonna lie. This is a good night.
Would you say that about every podcast we've done, though?
Yeah, every podcast. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the other ones are great, but I know.
We've done some that are definitely better than others.
Oh yeah, we need some.
And those were my fault. Like I felt like early on, and it's funny because it's still early. We haven't done this for a full year, but I feel like some of those early episodes, I don't even go back and watch them because I have the files. I know the questions that I asked, and I
Right.
sort of remember it. And it's like, man, I was just not. And I'm not saying that I'm good at it now. I'm saying I'm better.
I get that.
Like I want to redo a lot of those early episodes
Was
to get that redemption, like to give it a second shot.
your redemption arc?
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should do a podcast with Anna and her friends. I think they would like
But how many friends?
like Ro, Anna, Lily. But I feel like Ro might be the only one available at the most.
That's too many people.
You
Yeah. I have a rule of like 4 max.
4 max?
4 max.
Why,
4 max.
why only 4?
Because side conversations are way too easy with
Okay.
more than 4 people.
Okay.
It's easier to keep 4 people in on the same wavelength.
Well, if we do that, then it will look like a Fresh and Fit podcast.
Yeah, I know. That's messed up. We can't
Let's
be doing
avoid that. Well, like
We can't be doing
I mean, you
that.
could at least do like like
But I've interviewed 3 women before
yeah,
at the same time. I talked to the people from Isla.
yeah.
It was all 3 of them showed up. It's like I've done it before.
I mean, you could like do it again. I mean, I don't know. I think it would just be a fun podcast.
That could be interesting.
Like that. It
Yeah.
like pizza. Never mind. Like you can get a pizza. We're sitting here. We're talking. If you have any I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to talk to them about their own experiences, especially Ro. And like maybe if sodomy.
Yeah, sodomy will probably be on. If we keep doing these, sodomy will definitely do one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it would just be like really fun to do, and like it would be even greater energy. You know.
Yeah.
Where's your?
I just don't want that. I just don't want. Like there are some of those podcasts that are out, and like the whatever podcast. It's like 10, 12 people on at one time. It's crazy. It's too many people. I can't keep track of that many people. I just can't.
What happened to the snowballs?
Put them over there. I was gonna throw them at you guys, and then I forgot. Sorry. I'm also like I think I'm slowly like I'm gonna be out of frame. Pretty
Yeah.
much, sliding over this couch.
I know. I could tell like you're getting tired and tired and tired.
I'm just getting comfy. We're 2 hours. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Jeremiah never responded. Oh no, he did respond. He responded just now. He's probably not showing up.
No.
Damn.
This is a marathon.
Damn. No Jeremiah.
Sorry, y'all. But hey, I'm here.
No, you are. No, I was saying like, I wanted to keep it going.
You know what they say? Miles Hanna, one of the best guests in the not just politics
Archive.
yeah.
Has they
Has they
said such things?
I'm pretty sure.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I
couldn't name a single. I couldn't name a single person that. Okay, I could name probably like 4,
Braden.
5 people that Braden watches this show.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
Like every single time we post one?
I don't know about that, but like,
Okay, but he's watched it.
yeah, he's watched it. Oh, maybe you can have Braden on the podcast.
I would.
My best friend Evan, who doesn't even go to Point Park.
Maybe. After a certain point, I got to cut back on those. Not like cut back on those.
Oh no, I
but-
mean he watches.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to start finding more people that are really specialized in something.
Mm-hmm.
Like these episodes are fun. I want to do these, but I'm also wondering. Wow, I'm just gonna air out more plans. This is crazy. No one listens. If this becomes like a regular thing that we do, then maybe this is how I get in. And again, I don't know how frequently I don't know the bandwidth we have to like consistently do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'd be kind of cool. And then maybe these could be the episodes with like you guys and like friends where we're just kind of like talking shit like this. And then the weekly ones could be more of like serious, structured.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
That might be the way to go. How many of these do you think we could do in a month?
Like how many what?
If we were gonna make this into like a recurring thing. One a month? Okay. What would? I'm just curious. What would be required to be able for us to do it every week?
What do you mean every?
Like we record an episode on, let's say we do our normal episode on Friday, and then we do one of this on Saturday, or something like that. Or we space them out to the point where we're doing 2 episodes a week essentially. One of them is this, and one of them is the other one. What would that require on your end, like for that to work? Just a lot more time to edit. Camera. Oh, okay. That's fine. But that'd be cool. You know, might be the thing we end up doing. We'll see. I would do this once a month. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
If we did it once a month, we could. That's tricky.
you can
I
actually.
think it'd be
plan
fun if it
out.
was organic, but also it's not because people are so busy. It's like we could plan
Mm-hmm.
just like who was gonna stop by.
No, I
roughly
agree.
What times or whatever, and then we could just do that.
Are you gonna do a Halloween episode?
We are gonna do a Halloween episode. We have it booked. We just don't have any of our costumes
You could do a Halloween episode where we watch a Halloween movie.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
How would you do it though?
Gavin said no.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir.
How
I
come?
can't back this one either.
How come PG? How come? Like what you could do is you can have you can have like the camera on us and then the camera on the TV.
No. That would not work. That would be terrible. Oh my god, that'd be so bad. What is this deteriorating into? I don't know what happened to us. We were at some point we were having an interesting, fluent conversation. I think I went to go get ramen, and then it was over. It was Jover after that.
Because the energy was like stretched.
It died. It died when I left. That's so sad.
It did die when you left. It's okay.
That's so sad.
We just need to find a topic now.
That's the tricky part. is we have to cut this out. But you could pause the recording, couldn't you? I don't know, just because the viewers are gonna get 5 minutes. I was just going, maybe what do you think?
If they stayed for 2 hours,
If they didn't shut this shit off in 5 minutes. If they got in this far,
they're
they'll.
probably laughing their ass.
Real shit.
Dude,
Real shit.
if someone is still listening to this,
Kudos to you.
that is incredible. You're
You're the best.
Yeah. I'll give you like an autographed merch whenever we make it or something. I don't fucking
Wait,
know.
look.
We're gonna make merch.
You're the best.
We're gonna make merch.
Do you still have that, like, those sound bites? Soda!
Yeah, we can't hear it. They'll be able to hear it. We just won't.
Soda.
It's happening. We're missing it as we speak.
Well, don't tell them that. They don't need to know the magic.
But I want to hear it. But they know that.
Oh.
I die laughing every time I hear that meme, and I just didn't. Just
And
think
God
they needed to
bless
hear it.
Soda.
United States. Thank you very much.
And God bless the United States. Thank you very much. That's a fucking fire. That's a great Donnie T clip right there. God bless our troops. God bless Puerto. God bless. God. This is messed up. This is why we didn't. This is why we don't do podcasts past 11 p.m. This shit sucks.
Yo, honestly, this is like the coldest podcast right now. I'm not gonna lie.
This
It's so real.
Don't do podcasts past 10 p.m.
Clearly.
Impossible edition. Remain coherent after 8 p.m. Oh gosh.
What was I gonna say? Have you seen, like, what shows have you seen currently?
What am I watching like right now?
Yeah.
Nothing. I
Really?
haven't started Ahsoka yet. I heard Ahsoka was very good, but I didn't get around to watching it. I'm really looking forward to that and Andor season 2 though. But I'm not really a big TV show guy. I'm watching a lot of podcasts on YouTube. That's really what I'm watching.
Yeah, I hear Ahsoka is, like, really fucking good.
Yeah, I heard it was a banger.
They got Christian Hayden. Is it
Haydenson?
or is it Hater?
No, it's Christian Haydenson.
Okay, Christian. Thank God. That was sorry. Your last name was Hater.
That's Bill Hader,
Oh, well,
who's a funny man.
he's a funny guy.
He's a funny dude.
Christian Haydenson. Are you sure it's Haydenson?
Yes.
Okay, Christian Haydenson. He's on, like, the most recent episode as, like,
Yeah.
him and not Darth
Weird,
Vader.
goofy CGI de-aged Christian Haydenson that looks nothing like he did in episode 3. He looks so goofy when they de-aged him with CGI.
They de-aged him. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they did. They had to do a little bit. Yeah.
He doesn't look that old. He still
No.
looks like.
No, but still, it's like he looks in the one that I saw where he was like in the hologram.
Yeah.
Like
Are you talking about at the
face
end?
just looked kind of pudgy.
Mm.
Like it was an older, like his face looked older.
I would love to see, like, Christian Haydenson, like, play Anakin again.
I think they just need to let him play the Clone Wars version of Anakin.
Yeah.
That's how you fix the prequels genuinely.
Yeah.
Is you just replace George Lucas, or you place, real life Anakin Skywalker, replace that with the Clone Wars one.
You could
And the
literally
prequels are instantly better.
You could literally do, like, a arc and turn into a series and have Christian Haydenson play the main character from, like, Clone Wars. You could, or just have the same writers of Clone Wars do, like some sort of mission that Anakin was on. Cause, like, that was a
Yeah.
span of, like years, right? Cause it's
Clone
like,
Wars was like almost a decade. I think.
yeah, it was a decade of war. So, like,
That might be the Star Wars fan was gonna be like, actually.
But, like, there's so many stories that, like, you could put in that, like, we haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
so
there's endless material.
it's endless material. That's the
It's
great.
endless. You
that's
can
how
do it forever.
No, dead ass. So it's just like you could easily have, like, him be on some secret mission And like we have some Kristen Hayden, yeah,
One day, folks,
Christian Haydenson, man.
he'll get it one day.
Or he'll get it one
He'll
day.
get it eventually.
But I don't know. I would like to see like a 3-part series of Christian Haydenson, Anakin, and like young Ahsoka.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be really fucking.
That'd be dope.
Cool. Like live action, that'd be so cool.
That would be. Oh, and shoot, what was I gonna say?
And you can bring Obi-Wan too. You can put him in the series,
Dude. Yeah, you could.
Like young Obi-Wan in the show Obi-Wan was so refreshing to see, and it was so cool to see because like that made me love Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is like my favorite Star Wars character of all time.
You know what's crazy is like Obi-Wan Kenobi is the ultimate hero.
Do
Like,
explain.
of all time. Like I don't know, it's like he's just so noble.
Mm-hmm.
Like and he's dangerous.
He is
but
dangerous.
He's dangerous, but he's very in control of it.
Yeah.
And he's just always so noble and honest. Like he's just like he feels like almost like the perfect hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gave up love to serve something that was bigger than himself. Like this is a very noble thing to do.
No, it
He's a
is.
noble guy.
And like,
And
go ahead.
and Darth Vader is the ultimate villain that's ever been made. I
Yeah.
do believe like Darth Vader is one of the greatest villains that's ever been written by humans.
I think, and I will say this though, I do think the prequels only boosted like his like the love of his villainy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because Anakin is such a fantastic character. In the Clone Wars, he's such a fantastic character.
Dude, in the Clone Wars, he's
fantastic.
the best character.
He is. And when you see his fall from grace into like turning to Darth Vader, one of the strongest Sith Lords of all time.
No lie. In the movie, I feel nothing when he turns into Darth Vader. I feel nothing.
Yeah.
But in the Clone Wars, like you actually feel something.
Mm-hmm.
You watch so much of this character development that you see it slowly happen to him. Like it's slowly.
No, that ass. And it's cool, like the series that you have, like the 6-parter series after, like at the end of the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, they had season 7 was like a 12 episodes.
Which I know I'm speaking about it and I haven't seen it yet, but like I pretty much watched videos on it, so like I know enough about it.
Yeah.
But like I like how they did the relation, relation between or the similarities between Count Dooku and Ahsoka. Or no, sorry. Qui-Gon Jinn and Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did a lot of that.
And that's cool. Like learning about I want to have a series about Qui-Gon Jinn, cuz he's also another like fantastic character that you meet in one movie, but he makes such a big impact. Like just like Darth Maul. If you would have told
Dude, Darth Maul gets the fucking coolest like character development in the Clone Wars show. It's insane. It is the most Shakespearean villain story of all time. He goes back to Mandalore. He takes it over just to get Obi-Wan's love interest from his past, just to lure him out in the middle of a civil war that he started, all just to take out the guy that beat him. Like it is a Shakespearean villain story. It's crazy.
No, it is.
He is the coolest character. He is like deviant and he's actually dangerous. Mm-hmm. And it's just like his brother is like just kind of there because he's like big and beefy and he can throw stuff around. But it's like his brother really isn't all that cool.
No, he's not. But Darth Maul's sick.
Unreal.
And he's been alive for like decades.
Dude, he's like he does all of this just to fuck with Obi-Wan, just to lure him out so that he can kill him. And then he gets Ahsoka and kind of gets his ass handed to him, which is fire.
Right.
That's one of the coolest fight scenes they've ever made.
No, I agree.
That mocap scene is like.
I do have to go though, because I'm going out. But
we should wrap. We're just gonna wrap. All right.
It's been great, brother.
Yes, sir. I love you. You're the man.
Man, I love you both. PG.
What is that? Get off the mic.